Well, first I want to say thank you, Nocturnal, for starting off with the toxicity.
We need more MK talent. If Tempo lands on me, I'm literally drooling at the fact that I kill him for free.
I feel like we should have more characters.
Imagine you ashport and it sends out a shockwave wherever you ashport.
Revenant wall climb to Wraith Portal.
Tempo named an island after himself.
I mean, I don't know what they meant with the BS, but I think it's a bullshit, right? But the Imperial Hell one is like crazy.
That's insane. He knows me better than I know myself. I swear I'm not glazing, okay? It's just the first word that came in my mouth. Warrior.
Nah.
Warrior?
Top one.
You're such a fucking trickster, you.
What kind of advice would you give to those people?
I'm looking at every single fucking tier 2 French player in EU, especially on this one. I'm looking at you.
Anyone?
I don't know. Droft was talking a lot in chat earlier, Raven. You wanna do we talk about that or what?
Raven doesn't know.
I didn't see anything.
You didn't see anything?
Find a solution. I don't give a fuck. Find a solution.
Yeah, the guy
He said find a fucking solution is crazy. That is actually insane.
Hello, chat. Today we will have 3 different guests. We will try to get new guests every single time. Today we have the 3 amazing guests. I was lucky that I could make it on time with them because, for example, Nocturnal has something to do tomorrow, and today even in 4 hours he saved some time from him and then he just agreed to be with us. So this is really cool. Otherwise would have not been able to have Nocturnal with us. So this is like amazing. We have a Sinetic and we have Raven. So originally was the whole thing's planned to be on Friday or Saturday, but I told you because Nocturnal after 3-4 hours he has something to do and the whole weekend, so we made it so fast. And today we'll have a lot of fun stuff. I am gonna be saying the topics. So we will talk about some Rostermania stuff. We don't have a lot of topics about Rostermania because we discussed something in the past, but we will discuss about everything that is officially happening right now, from tryouts to people spoke about something. Okay, someone like, for example, Design said the enemy is now with complexity, leaving to complexity. Then we will talk about it. We will talk about if it's possible fit or not, get the opinions of the guests on that. Then we have the next topic is BLGS. An opinion about BLGS. We have like 3-4 stuff that is running right now. For example, we know that Shubi is trying out with C9. Design said on one of the streams, what people told me, that enemy is confirmed to complexity, for example. Then we will discuss what could be a possibility for the DSG or Design. I think actually not DSG, it's XDSG. Then we talk about what could be possibility as well for Bleed. There are some rumors that it's a Skittle Cake and so on. Like, I mean, I know that it's Raven. The problem is Raven is here. I don't want him to speak about it, but I will let the other two, which is Nocturnal and Sinetic, maybe talk about the topic and see what they think about it. And this is, for example, and then we go to the BLGS. We'll talk about the BLGS. Some people already spoke about like maybe frustration of them playing at the beginning. A lot of games in round 1, round 2, round 3, scared of maybe possible cheaters, blah blah blah. Then we will talk about the maps and how viable are they for comps, which is like super interesting now comp topic, which for me personally is super interesting. Talk about what is E-District, what does it need, is it comp ready, and so on. Olympus, blah blah blah. Casey, get the opinions of the guests. I don't know why my Chatterino went away. Okay, my Chatterino is back. I need to be auto scrolling. Then we will talk about meta as well after the changes, blah blah blah. What could be, is Valk viable, is not. And then we will go into the topics that I love. It's not podcast, it's a kind of personal questions for the players or for the guests. For example, what was your favorite best moment in your whole Apex career? I'm pretty sure Raven would be speaking about his first winning of LAN. That's clear. For example, for Raven, this question would be boring, right? Then we get everyone, like we touch into their personal parts a little bit with something nice. Ask them about their favorite meta, their favorite in the Apex meta, favorite weapon meta, like something like this, you know? There is a very fun part which we will be doing. I was thinking about doing something called blind test, but then I figured out, no, there is a way more fun, which is called rapid fire. It means we will tell our guests one word. They have 5 to 10 seconds, we maybe make it 10 seconds. They have to say what comes into their minds when they hear this word. For example, if I tell someone 0, he has to say something. If I tell him Falcons, if I tell him crypto, if I tell him Newcastle, if I tell him anything, okay? I need to see what the first thing, it should be Apex related or comp related or whatever. If you want to be part of this rapid, write the word that you think it's gonna be interesting. It'll be fun answer. It should be Apex related. But I said, like, you can say Havoc, Words Edge, Stick. The nicest one that I think it's gonna be really like closer to the things, then I can be. I will ask it to the people. It will be the rapid fire, so they give me the first thing comes into their minds. Loba, Malik. I don't think it's a family friendly here if I tell them Loba. Alt Excel nerf. No, we need one word. Hammer point. Ooh, that's a good one, I guess. I need to do a small introduction, which is actually none of you needs an introduction because that will be so silly, but I have to do it. It's a kind of a tradition. I have to do it for each one of you. I'm sorry. Give me a few seconds. Today we have a guest. We have a Raven, and if someone of you doesn't know Raven, again you need to seek help. So he was the coach of TSM. He's the two times LAN winner. He is now the coach of Bleed. The next one is we have a Nocturnal, and the Nocturnal is the IGL of NRG that you know him maybe before with the exit timing. And the third one is today is Sinetic, the IGL of FaZe, and he's a Mia player. He's my son, Epic son. And let's see if my son today will be doing great. Okay. Everyone, thank you for being here. Yeah, really, thank you. It was like last minute. I wrote everyone yesterday and everyone was like ready to do it. I love it. Thank you very much for being here. And we start with the first topic here today. We heard quite a lot about some moves in the Epic scene right now. We spoke from design. He said that enemy is going to complexity. He played one tournament with them. Nobody knows if it's a tryout or not. Do we think enemy is a good fit for complexity? Because one topic that people speak about, complexity needs a fragger. Enemy did not play fragger in DSG or XDSG, but he played in the past when he was before. Do we think he's a good fit? And if not, who would be the best fit for that? Nocturnal?
I mean, it feels pretty like linear or like a downgrade from Lou, respectfully, honestly, because Lou is like a powerhouse. Like if you gave Lou the resources that he deserves, he definitely could frag out 10 out of 10 times, but they were rotating out with like super fast loot. So like, I don't think it's really going to change what they're looking for or what they need. I feel like it's kind of a comfortable pick because enemy's friends with all of them. And I don't know. I don't really agree with it, but it seems like the controller player wasn't really what they needed to change in that roster.
So based on this and what he said, I mean, we all know that I think Lou was the one that wanted to leave, right? They didn't like pick him. They didn't like change Lou with enemy. So in this case, Raven, if you had the choice now, you know that you don't have a Lou. What are the options available? You know what the options available. Who would you pick for complexity? If you were like the decision maker of complexity right now, who would you pick? Would it stay be enemy still?
Well, first I want to say thank you, Nocturnal, for starting off with the toxicity. It gives me permission to be absolutely fair.
Oh, wait. I wasn't even toxic. I was just being honest. Like
the honesty, yeah, let's reframe it. The honesty. Now I can say whatever I want.
Yeah.
Unhinged, feral animal.
If you're gonna have me on a podcast, I'm gonna be honest. Like that's just the honest truth.
I love it.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I have no idea. The problem is like I don't know if complexity wants to do with like a buyout, so that like obviously limits like the type of players or the players that they can go for. So I really don't know who would have been better. Like they definitely need an entry fragger, someone who's aggressive. Who is there to get? That's not that you wouldn't have to pay money for.
Who is available? I think most probably would be someone from tier 2, no? Because I mean, because there is no one now available in the tier 1 that is willing to leave his either free agent or willing to leave, right? Is there anyone you think that willing to leave for even a buyout from his team? Give me someone not from the top tier players, like not from the top teams. Like we know that is not logical to go for Zanio or Koi because they're not leaving. You're not going to go for Hal or Jen or like such a players. Who would you be pick from teams that is logical to buy from them?
Dude, I got nothing. I couldn't answer that question for you either. I'm gonna be honest.
No idea.
It's hard.
No clue. There's no one.
I will pay Lou. I will pay Lou to stay, right?
Yeah, like actually.
Yes. They should have just built I think they should have just built the team more around Lou in some capacity, in some regard.
Sinetic, would you think if they pay enough for Hardeki and they make a visa to him and they are willing to do it?
No.
Do you think Hardeki would be a best fit for that? A good fit?
No, definitely not.
Why not?
I think if they were I don't think they can replace Lou with anything that like fits. Like I don't think there's a single person right now that they can replace him with, because Lou's bringing like energy and like comms really make the team actually work.
True.
I feel like that's also with enemy. I think enemy has like I don't think they're gonna lose out on fragging power, but I think they're gonna lose out on vibes and like, comms.
I got the Hardeki idea from the chat. That's why I'm dropping it here. So, okay, what
is not coming.
What about Shubi for you, Sinetic too? No, I know the answer from other two on the left side, because they will tell me they are searching for entry fraggers. Shubi didn't entry frag before, so it might be not the fit for that. But what about you?
I mean, I still think the same. I think enemy and Shubi are like really similar that way. Like they don't bring in like crazy energy. Like they don't do what Lou does.
Yeah.
I don't think there's gonna be like
Hard to replace Lou
Yeah,
in,
no,
in
there's
that.
no
Really
replacement.
hard.
I can't think of a single player that does the same thing as Lou does.
Yeah, so they went for the best option that is available right now, which is enemy, because in the past, really past, he fragged. So that would be the only best, unless they found the person, kind of a textile, that he found the best tier 2 player, like the next top coiful, and then they just bring him in, but this is really hard to find right now. If enemy is leaving, who could be the replacement for him in XDSG? Nocturnal, who do we think?
I don't even know that roster, because like is QZ has to stay for champs, right? Like he has to stay.
Yes.
So I mean, honestly, I think their like only pick could be like Phony, like have Design just sit back and frag, because like this definitely could be Design's meta where he just, you know, becomes a fragger, and then they pick up Phony and then roll with that, because like I don't think you pick up Phony and then have Design full IGL for that squad. So realistically, because like you just had Phony win the Riesland and then just, you know, sit back, be the hype man that you are, because Design's a really good hype man. He's got like that blind confidence that, you know, he runs with it. So I think Phony could probably be the best slot for that.
Okay, I think Raven might not disagree on this point. Might have the same idea on me. Do you think Phony would fit for Design?
Personality-wise, absolutely not. It would be a disaster class in terms of the team environment. No.
Think of the content, though. Think of the content.
The content would be great. I will be sitting in my chair watching all of it happen.
Yes, absolutely.
All of it unfold. Absolutely. I love like reality TV. You know, that's basically what it is. But like in terms of like gameplay, I do think that Designful would help round out Phony's like lack of aggression in some sense. Like they kind of might be able to play off each other kind of well, especially if Phony sticks to the crypto. So, you know, like I'm sure Designful would love having a drone just overhead at all times, like looking out for him. Like he doesn't, you know, Phony could just tell Designful when to queue. You know, like it's perfect.
But the problem is the moment Designs gets angry, the moment Design starts shouting at Phony, the whole team just going
not good. Not
good at all. Not good at all. Okay.
I do think QZer is like really good mental wise. Like when he replays too, like he's a very good hype man, like Viber stores. So maybe there's a world, but like who really knows the end of the day, you know?
By the way, back to the other topic. Do we think Luxford could have fit to complexity? Because Luxford now is like not in a team, right?
They already dropped him before. Is it really what they need? Do they need a chronic yapper to, you know, sit there? And they already tried him, but it didn't really work out before. Yeah.
What about Design with Luxford?
Oh,
Design
God.
with Luxford? Might be too much passion on one roster at that point. Might be too much. Might be way too much.
Might be not the one we're searching for. The next question would be not for Raven because it's including his team, so I'm gonna let him only hear. Don't want to hear his input. Who do we think is Bleed searching for right now? What are they searching for? Who do we think is gonna be the best fit for them? Sinetic? What do we think about Bleed's third right now? There are rumors that it's a Skittle. What do we think? Rumors.
I mean, it has to be Lou, right? I mean, they're looking for that co-IGL, that they're looking for someone to bring in the energy, and it's kind of obvious. But I don't know if there's any other options though.
I mean, there are definitely many options.
Yeah, but like the same type of like player that brings in.
So the thing is, everyone was speaking about Lou in the past that is going to Bleed. Other now late rumors were saying Skittle because like especially now dropped commented on his clip on Carreer clip on Twitter. It's like he's so back, and that's why the stuff started with it could be Skittle. So what do we think about it, Nocturnal? Who do you think is gonna be the third?
I'm down to bring back Skittle. That's my fucking goat right there. We need more MK talent. Bring him back. Fuck the rest.
Love it. I mean, I think I'm all for that. Like Skittle, yes, Skittle was with them. Skittle got replaced. If they don't,
well, he didn't really get replaced. He left because of physical issues, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that will be even perfect if it was the reason why. I think Skittle was always good. I think Skittle in every single LAN he was the one that is like he reminds me of Nathan. He's always when it's coming to LAN, he's just when LAN comes, he is there. He just delivers. And this is what Skittle all the time.
Could be a good fit, you know.
We're not asking Raven for this because he knows the answer. We don't like cheating. We don't want leaking. So chat, no Raven here. That's why we do not say it. Next topic is the last one in Rostermania. C9 trying out Shubi, right? Do we think is actually Shubi what C9 is searching for? Is he gonna be filling the things because Noti is not fragging and Sauce is not fragging? So will Shubi be fragging for them? And if yes, was he fragging before? Will it fit? Is Shubi the best fit for that? Raven, what do you think? Because now is your time. You know Shubi how he is. You know what type of player, and you know if he could be fitting in C9 or not.
I mean, I definitely think C9 is getting an upgrade for sure overall. I also think that Saucer is actually quite the entry fragger on Bang. Like he's a pretty good Bang. He can play like aggressive. I will say from coaching Shubi, he definitely is more of like a reflag / anchor player, not necessarily like an entry fragger really. So I think that he is a good fit in that sense because Chaotic was sort of like he was the anchor on that team, right? Like for the most part.
It's actually the person that they are looking for. Do you think this one as well, Nocturnal? And if not, who could be the better fit for C9?
I think it's fine. I think it's like a pretty like a linear decision realistically. I don't think there should be any issues. I want to say that Chaotic brings like more hype than Shubi will. Maybe it'd be like a negative downfall, like not a downfall, but like negative trend. But other than that, I think it's completely fine, honestly.
Yeah, I don't think it's not a big change. It's the same. It's basically the same player. There's just a bit of like a vibe difference. That's about it.
Yeah.
And with Naughty on the roster, like you should have just like good vibes overall, anyways. So you don't really need an extra vibe person.
We Rostermania done, and I know that there was no topics, but I wanted to get it in because the Reddit people were like posting, oh, there is nothing about Rostermania and so on. So I wanted to make them a little bit happy so they don't hate on me on the next post. So that was for Reddit. The next one is the BLGS. It's announced. We are gonna be happy in the BLGS. 400k on the line, 100k per region. So many games, so many qualifiers, and so on. Some people were complaining about two topics. One topic is, especially pros, I heard multiple in stream speaking, that now pros has to be playing in a kind of round 1, round 2, round 3, where mostly are bronze, gold, silver, gold, plats. Like kind of, they felt like it's kind of a waste of time for them. Would you be introducing kind of a more or by rounds for the pros, just they start from quarterfinals, or it's like not fair for the competition? What do you think? What's your opinion about it, Sinetic?
Well, it's gonna be a kill race for sure because of the round, because of the early rounds. But I feel like at least make it so that the people that make finals in the first one don't have to play their first 2 or 3 rounds in the next 3. Like then it's actually going to be a waste of time. The first round, it's like we know it's going to be a waste of time. At least like we can prove it's going to be a waste of time if it's going to be a hard kill race with like pro teams just running over the lobbies. At least we know after that. Like I mean, people want to know. People are like, oh yeah, I can beat the
we
pros.
Know the result.
And then we know the result anyway. It's like, but definitely don't make the pros play like all the rounds because it's going to be a kill race. Like it's not going to be competitive. It's just the pro team
Content
killing everyone else and that's it.
Raven, in my opinion, I know already the answer. That the first round, definitely, we already saw in CC when it happens, when they are like a good tier 2 team playing against the similar, like a kind of entries, like in rookies or bronze or whatever the players are, it will be like 100 points lobby or 120 points lobby. Would you be agree still? Is it like a waste of time as some pros are saying? Is it a waste of time to play round 1, round 2? Should such a like the pro league teams at least or LAN teams or pro league teams getting like at least 2 rounds by?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Listen, I've dropped 120 points in round 3. If I can do that, then why are the pros playing this shit? It's a waste of time.
Yeah,
we don't want to show up, but we're gonna have to. Obviously, that just sounds like I have a huge ego, but it's like it's genuinely okay. Here's the thing: from the perspective of like the people we're playing against, now their entire lobbies are corrupted. They can't play an organic game. It's literally just it's a game of running away from the pro players.
Yeah.
So it's not fun on the other side either. It's not fun for anyone. Sure, some of the pros can get their dopamine hit, you know, like they got 120 points in a lobby or whatever, but it's like, what's the point?
That's true.
And just look at us in LCQ as well.
Yeah.
It's not like LCQ tier 2, like it's still like no, it's absolutely fucked if we put like actual LAN teams in shit lobbies and then just let them run around.
So Nocturnal, you will have someone in your lobby, for example, like Tempo. He will say, "I'm not definitely not gonna run away from them. I'm running at them." And then you will find in your lobby 2 or 3 teams. I don't think it's a POI draft. Definitely not gonna be POI draft, especially in early rounds because that was never in the CC. I don't think it's too much effort. But you will find teams like Tempo, 3 or 4 of them. Okay, I like Nocturnal. I'm gonna land on him. You find like 3 or 4 teams are landing on your POI. Is this one gonna be fun?
That's gonna be fun for me. I'm down. Fuck it, just send it. If Tempo lands on me, I'm literally drooling at the fact that I kill him for free. Like that man he's nothing without a charge rifle, you know? It's all good.
What if he brings his friends with him and they get like 2 or 3 teams with him to land?
I mean, it is what it is at that point. But honestly, I don't really care. I'm down to play all games. I'm down to play as much Apex as possible. So
I mean, this is the thing. I mean, yeah, I think I agree with the topic that the pro, it will be a little bit of a waste of time for the pros, but like it's at the end, it's a tournament, it's a content, just multiple. It's just like 2 hours of your time at the beginning of the qualifier. You play them and then that's it. But the next one is the next topic that people are worried about. It's an open sign up. We know that in CC you get like sometimes cheaters. It's like the same as rank. You might even get some cheaters into the game that can be ruining some pros games or some actually good teams. They are tier 2 good teams that they are trying to make it. How can you solve it? Raven, do you have any proposal for that? How can you solve such an issue if it comes up?
Falcons is getting grief, buddy. Just accept it, okay? Like it's just your fate. So sorry to break it to you. You're getting landed on by like 13 teams. I don't know how to fix it. Like you could just have there's just no good way to do it unless maybe like the rank threshold is higher. But even then, like there's gonna be some people in like Diamond or Masters that want to grief or like whatever. So there's no real way to do it.
Because if a blatant cheater lands on a team and kill them, that's easy. They can restart the lobby, kick them out, and so on. That's fine. That happens in CC. Immediately they do it. But if there is a cheater that is cheating, but is not like a blatant, super blatant, like really can one clip you by cheats, but then you have no way to kill him. Is there a way of proving it? Because at the end, you need to be making it from every single round to be in the finals to make it to the regional finals. Because it's a kind of accumulation of points that you do through all the qualifiers. How are you guaranteeing that? This is why I'm saying the buy rounds is guaranteeing that those situations are not gonna happen. How can you do it? Is there any solution for this, Nocturnal? Would you have any proposal, kind of anything that can solve this issue?
Like towards all the cheating or like the griefing and stuff like that?
Cheating, like exactly not the griefing of the normal players, but the cheating grief. Like
you really can't. You really can't just like fix anything towards griefing because like if anything, we would have had tech banned like 2 years ago at that point. But no, I mean I think we're just so fucked with cheaters at this point. It's like we either need more invasive anti-cheat or more precautions to go into it, but I genuinely think we're just fucked at the end of the day.
What I could propose for that case is really to investigate, because now it's easier to get rid of the cheat because it's a closed sign up. The sign up already closed. So if you really like, you need a lot of people that they are looking at observers, a lot of people that they are prompt on the talks when someone is saying, okay, there is something cheating, especially pro teams. When they say like, okay, that team is cheating, then they can look into it and then immediately kick them out, ban them, make a new lobby. And that's the problem is solved, because you will not get a lot of cheaters. Not rank that you ban him, he makes a new account and come into the next game and then just makes you annoyed all the time. But do they have the resources for all of this? We have suggestions from, for example, Tempo, that the government ID, phone, emails, full information, blah, 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 for signing up in such a tournament. I don't think everyone is willing it, right?
Can we even like, even if we have all that information, can we even like do anything about that after him? Like realistically, we get this person cheating, we have their info, what happens after that?
What do you think, Sinetic? Any solution for
that? I mean, like, at least it's like a scare. If you have to put your ID and like email and phone number or whatever, like it's gonna be a scare. It's not gonna like.
Yeah, so many players, so many people, there's so many like, newcomers not gonna be even.
Yeah, they're not gonna care at all. Like if they don't care, then it's not gonna do anything. But like it should at least avert a bit. Like maybe like some people kind of like get, I don't know, pressured by it or some shit. But there's not much like to actually solve it though. I mean, yeah, open sign up is not good. But it's like.
But you still need to do it because it's a really content as well, and you need everyone to be in. It pushes the viewership too much. It pushes the eyes. It puts the eyes into the comp scene. I feel like it's a good idea, at least to promote and to market this the comp scene to the casual players, because casuals are watching, for example, all the pro players and or the streamers. They like them. They would love to have a chance to play against them. So it will drive this desire too much into the comp scene. I think it will be good. Just only it has to be a little bit more organized, in my opinion.
The thing is, you can get fake government ID. You can just go to the darknet and get it for pretty cheap.
Yeah, but that's a hardcore cheater. But if you're like trying to like avoid 90% of cheaters that just download cheats off internet, like having something like the government ID would just probably just scare them away.
Yeah, but those cheaters are pretty sure capable of getting this type of what Raven is already mentioning right now.
Yeah, but those people, like those are like the hardcore cheaters that are blatant and shit. Like,
are we really trusting Battlefy with like all of our information too?
Yeah, that's a good question as well.
I like a baseline value. Like even if you're not a pro player or like you're a casual, are we really trusting them with all of our information? Like I'm not.
Yeah. Agree. I mean, someone in the chat said that playing in the lobbies with the pros should be actually kind of a prequel. But then we come back to the topic where we suggested at the beginning it's a buy round to the pros, and this exactly acting as a pre-qual, because when the pros are getting 3 buy rounds, then you have to be qualing from your group into the next one so you can play with the pros in around 3, let's say, or 4. That's exactly what we spoke about. Like this suggestion is already what we suggested at the beginning. It's issues that not gonna be solved easily. I think just monitoring a little bit, live banning the account so they don't, and restarting the lobbies a little bit, investing more time. It's gonna be boring boring for some people, but that's the only thing you can solve. Good.
I wonder if you can like implement to like LGS or BLGS specific like custom servers, you know, something that could, you know, be more invasive to that gameplay only rather than, you know, a whole grand like scale of like ranked or something like that. But I don't know if they have the resources for something of that sort. It all comes down if they have resources or not, I guess.
Yeah, but that's a topic that happened already in the past. We had the client, the comp client, right? And it was like too much expensive, isn't it? It was too much expensive. That's why they couldn't continue it. But if they had that type of client, it's gonna be definitely harder and way harder to cheat on it, because as a cheater, you need to go to someone and tell him, okay, sell me a cheat, but he will not be willing to make a cheat specifically for public for that client, because he doesn't have a lot of buyers, so he will not be even willing to do it, right? He will do something for the game because he has a lot of client for that, and this will be even reducing a lot of cheaters, and they don't have the client of the comp in advance. So if you release it 2 days before, the cheater himself, he has no time to be developing something that can do it in these 2 days. I think this would be a big solution, but it costs money. This is something, it costs money. If comp epics gets more popular as well, and that's what I'm saying, like something like BLGS pushing a lot of viewership comp epics, if you get a lot of money, if Respawn and EA thinks that this is a lot of money coming in and they want the casual to be more involved into that, they might invest something into the comp things, I guess. Next one is, that's actually where the comp discussions are gonna happen. We have E-District right now. E-District. All the maps are added to BLGS, but some rumors or whatever, like screenshots, that it's added to the ALGS mode, where you have a POI draft. It means it might come to year 5. Do we think E-District is comp ready? And if no, what are the weaknesses of it and how can you change it, Raven?
I'd say terrain wise, definitely comp ready. If you can't rotate on the map, it's just a skill issue. There's literally a million playable spots. You can walk into every single zone. It's just a non-issue. As for the problem with the map, like competitively, there's just like not enough POIs. Like Angel's Atrium or whatever the fuck, like that POI south of Galleria. Apparently that's like a place you can land at, but it's like it has like half of Landslide's loot and it doesn't have a beacon. There's not enough places to land. Also, the POIs that have enough loot to split between 2 teams would insta get third party. Like Neon Drive, that POI just west of Energy Bank.
Let me just...
You know the one I'm talking about?
The Neon Square.
Neon Square.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a quadrillion amount of loot, but it would, like, you can't split that POI. You're just getting a third party by Blossom Drive every game. Like, I don't know what else. Like Lotus, I suppose, has enough loot, but it's like that would be so annoying to play.
So that's, you mean,
it's
like,
not designed to contest.
You mean like it's really now comp ready, like as it is right now? You don't change anything, just keep it and drop it in. How it is?
No. I would do something so that there's like 20 PO or at least 19 POIs to land at. Okay, at least 19. Honestly, one team can just figure it out. Just throw them in. Agree. They can, last pick, but the 19 other teams, they should have a POI. Okay. Or I guess 18.
I feel like the map would be completely fine if it was like 16 teams per lobby. Like I feel like a lot of the maps in Apex would just be completely fine if they were just 16 cap instead of 20. Which I guess that's where quads comes into play, kind of in this situation. There's just too little POIs for that map.
The problem with 16 teams or like 17 teams or less teams is that because there'd be so much more space on the map, like people would be more willing to take early fights. And from a view perspective, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it might mean the end zones just aren't as fun if there's just way less people than like a 20 team lobby.
That's fair. That's why I said the quads thing, but like, because it is the same amount of number of people and then you scrunch the POIs. So I don't know. I like the map. I was going to say the only thing I don't like about E-District is the high ground, the buildings. The buildings are like, if you have that high ground, like nobody's going to play the anywhere near around you. Like if you have like a Watson or whatever, Newcastle, you're just straight chilling, you're having a lot of fun and everyone else is not. That's my only complaint of the map, really.
There's so many ways to like navigate around the low ground though, and there's so much like cover. Like the high ground on this map, I would say is nowhere near as dominant as like KC or like Stormpoint or even Broken Moon.
I mean, I don't like some of the building designs myself. I mean, I agree with you about the number of POIs. That's clear. It should be a little bit more. I think some of the checkpoints of the transition between POIs should have a little bit of more openings, so you don't get like only one way to go in. You don't need to be even forced to be Valks and so on. I think just a little bit of adding. You don't make a lot of them, but just like add. And in my opinion, some of the buildings design are actually not good. Like you cannot push them. Like why would you have a kind of super ultimate high ground as in Lotus? Why is this type of a building? Yes, it's nice, but like if you have a zone in Lotus, we are giving again to kind of the vibes, Barrow Heights or devastated top buildings or type of things. I don't like type of power spots. I even disliked everything about this devastated zones because of the top building of devastated. Such a buildings, I think they should be a little bit, they shouldn't be doing unpushable buildings, and they shouldn't be doing some kind of a bad buildings that they are actually unholdable. Like in market, there are some of the buildings, it's impossible. You don't play the game from inside of them. Like you just die if you play them. And the other buildings, you go into Lotus and like you are just like the god up there.
Like
I have a counterpoint to that. I was gonna say my counterpoint to that is that there's a team in each building, then you can't like freely play the roofs as much as you want, and you can't hold all 4 of those rooftops anyways. So you can't, like, most people will not be able to just run around those roofs and just like assert total and utter like dominance over everyone in the lobby. And the other thing is, like, obviously you can't hold anyone from playing any of the floors below you either, because it's way too big of a building. So it's like you can't run around the roofs as much as you want, and you can't stop people from getting in your building that much. Maybe you can like shoot out evacs or like Valk ults, but like, you know what I mean, there's so many floors, you can't really stop anyone from doing anything.
I mean you can easily play a roof with a rampart or a Newcastle, especially if you just take the corner of where how the elevator shift is and the buildings. You can just play in the opposite side where the other building is not seeing you and just wall it up. I don't think a team is willing just to keep griefing you when he has a time, kind of a compliance with you, like kind of a cheating with you. Okay, let's grief everyone in the low ground. We have our walls. Don't shoot our walls. Don't shoot our walls. That happens. That might happen. That might, the people start playing it like this. Then it will be a power spot, which is gonna happen because you will be in a worst case scenario. One building has an LOS on you, so you'll have like half of the roof you'll play it for free, and then the other buildings you don't see it, so you can play it with your type of walls. Sinetic, what do you think about the E-District? What would you change?
I haven't played it that much, but I feel like the map is not that bad. Like, yeah, I don't like that there's like the POIs are not like well defined enough. I feel like there's like a lot of POIs where you like, it seems like you want to split it, but then you can't because it's like really just malformed into one POI. Like there was like, I think it was one of the South POIs that just had like a POI right next to it that felt like it's the same POI, but it's a different POI. Like that's something I don't like. But other than that, I feel like the map is like, I like the map a lot.
Me too.
Because it has like so much diversity. Like I played like, I don't know, like 3 games on it, on like scrims, like actual like people trying it. There was like every single game was so different because of like the high ground, the low ground. Like one game was like full open space and you had to like, there was like so little teams left, and then one game was like a full on just a building battle in like a full on, like I think it was like Neon Square or something like that where it was. But I definitely think the map is like really cool, but I feel like we should have more characters. I think we're lacking like a few legends that could make the map a bit more. Like I feel like there's not enough. Like I don't even know. Like we kind of need. If Octane was really good right now, if Octane Pad had the same thing as Pathfinder Zipline right now, I think Octane would be like a really good character for the map. Because like having some kind of movement, like team movement ability with like this horizontal and like vertical movement would make the map way more way more better.
Okay, so
Pathfinder.
You give
but I play but the problem that. Yeah, no, but that's the problem. I feel like just having Pathfinder is like, I feel like there should be something else. So like Horizon is not good enough. Octane is not good enough. It's only Pathfinder right now. But if we had like a different character for it.
People playing
Ash. But Ash is just not good.
Okay, you want to give Octane like a power pad, the same as a Pathfinder, where you get the reduced damage when you're jumping.
Yeah, either something like that or just some other new character. I feel like they should just add a new vertical, horizontal movement like team character. Kind of like Horizon, but not really. I mean, it's something to play around with.
They just need to buff Ash.
Or that, I kind of like, that actually, true.
Like they just make fix blue perks because they suck ass. Yeah. And then, okay, I told JB's this idea at LAN. Okay, hopefully he's in the chat listening, so you can plant that seed in him. But imagine you ashport and it sends out a shockwave wherever you ashport.
That's a horrible idea.
Yeah. What do you mean? Tell me it wouldn't be the funniest thing in the world. I'm porting into a team.
Oh my god!
I'm like, just.
And then what's in Fence shock then, right? Not moving Axstar, and they just kill them for free. No,
exactly.
Please.
Yes.
You know what they could do? They could add Revenant wall climb to Wraith Portal. So when you're Wraith portaling, you can climb up walls infinitely.
That's not bad.
Wait,
Okay.
you mean type of a buff for Wraith? If you just get out of the portal, you have 20 seconds of
No,
climbing.
no. If you're using Wraith Portal, you can climb buildings with Rev Passive, essentially.
Yeah. I mean, after you exit the portal of the Wraith, you get the 20 seconds of a passive.
No, when portaling, so you can make portals,
When
climbing
you're
walls.
holding the portal.
That actually that's such a good idea, actually. Because that would make Wraith, like, actually usable. That sounds good, but it might be broken.
It sounds a little bit cool buff, but I think Wraith will die into that because then Ash becomes better, because you will die when you are climbing up with no Q, because you need to cut the distance to the place where you want to climb. Then you want to climb up, you either take a Q before or take it when you are climbing. It's a little bit harder because I think you'll get shot at. Ash is providing you with a straight up portal. If you will talk about the portal ones, not talking about like portal is good. A straight up portal, you don't die. Yes, it's a one way, not two ways like Wraith, but I don't think this is what Wraith needs. Oh my god, what can
we need the Moki sniper character, bro. That's what we need. The 3 dashes. Oh, that would be so good.
Or give Wraith like 75% reduced damage when she is portaling. Oh, but that will be end game horrible. Holy fuck! Not cooking.
Yeah, not cooking.
End game.
Just give double jump or some shit. Like
end game Wraith will be just like going with a portal running around. I'm the last one alive. No.
I think we're all just sitting here just like buff Ash. Like I can see Raven's face. It's like buff Ash.
She'd be so fun if she could, if her port was like, okay, imagine you could zoom in with right click too, so you know where you're porting.
Okay, I mean that's
that's like a necessity at this point. Like
I can't lie, Ash buff and then E-District is like super fun. Like Ash meta, E-District.
Zoom in is a quality of life change for Ash. It's definitely needed, I guess. Not even buff like zoom in with the
it's just quality of life. Yeah.
We talk about the building designs. Not only Lotus. I don't remember the name of the POI because myself I just spent 1.5 days running around in the map. Not really much. Still learning it. Like it was like this week. But there was one building even in the middle of the POI where everything is open, and when if you hold the whole top of the building, you just like you have a LOS on everything. That type of a buildings as well. I don't forget the POI name. There was like one of the buildings where it's not super high building, but is a high where you can play on top of the roof and you will have a power POI.
Are you talking about Viaduct?
I do not know the name
or
of that.
Or even like Humbert Labs?
Every single POI on the map.
Yeah, you have only one building. So Lotus has a multiple buildings when we discussed it, but that one is only one building. Just play the roof, fence it up. You don't get zipped on, you don't do something, and then you just like be chilling. I don't know. I don't like such things. I think we need to be reducing them or increasing covers to make those type of stuff are less powerful. Those type of spots.
Everything that Stormpoint did was just like Stormpoint was like literally a perfect map. Now we're like kind of regressing. I think I saw a Nick say something about it, and it's like the building design nowadays is just like whoever's designing the buildings has no real idea on how to hold a building. So literally Stormpoint was perfect, but now we're at the point where we're back to Olympus sized high grounds, and it is pretty fucked. The level design changed after SP. I didn't know that, so yeah.
I got from Tempo the POI lists, which will gonna be like kind of a POI. You can see it on my stream.
Tempo named an island after himself.
Where did he do it?
Tempo Island.
Tempo Island.
My god.
Only gonna spawn charge rifles, literally.
Oh my god. Tempo, are we going here doing this one to us now? What the hell was this? Tempo is taking an island for himself. Tempo is treating himself. If you look at this one, and if we look to the map, you have this is the drop spots which gonna be confirmed, I guess, or something.
Yeah, what the fuck is this?
What do we think about this? Like, okay, I don't know. Would you agree about even having every single almost POIs like contestable? Do we like this idea? Like Studium has a 3-way contest possibility. Bank has a 3-way contest possibilities for a POI. Lotus has a contest. What do we think about those type of drop spots?
I hate them.
3-way is absolutely horrible. Why would you ever make a 3-way? But 2-way, like, it's not the worst, but what's the point of POI draft if you have a 2-way con like every other POI?
There's just no point.
Even Lotus, like, if they just made the buildings, like, if you could play it half and half instead of it being feeling like a one POI, then it's fine to have like 2 spawn drops in there. But like, what's the point of POI draft when there's not enough POI?
I agree, but the only problem is you must make it contestable spots because you have only 17 POIs. You can't do you can't really do it without any contesting spots, right? You need to do it, kinda.
What they can just do is buff no name number 8. Just give it more loot. Give it a beacon. It doesn't have to have a map room scan and a beacon. Just buff no name. Okay, that's one POI because that's not an actual POI. Buff bus stop. It already has a map room scan. Just give it some loot. It's like Cascade. Just make it like Cascade Balls where you don't get a beacon. You're the 20th pick draft pick team. Like you're landing there, whatever. Okay, that's 2. We need one more, right? 25? Like what the fuck is 25?
What about 22 as well? Like
22? Yeah.
Random. I mean, I don't know what they meant with the BS, but I think it's a bullshit, right? wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's what they meant. It. Like what?
Yeah, let's just go random bullshit this time, right? Unlucky we got
I'm pretty
28th pick. Oh, let's go random bullshit.
I'm pretty sure they made it, right? Like random bullshit.
Because you can make No Name and Bus Stop, like what they can do is just give it some strengths, some very clear strengths, and then give it some very clear weaknesses. So it's sort of like this weird niche POI that, yeah, most people might not want to land at, but if you're forced to land there, it's not so bad. Like give it some high tier loot, not a bunch from Lotus, and then just don't give it a map room scan.
I mean, like realistically, like nowadays, you don't even need to like give much POIs loot. You just need to give them a ring console. Because if you give like a dog shit POI a ring console, then it's even more playable because of all the gold bins and the pill resets. Yeah. So
agree, but that's sometimes if you really have a POI with no loot, like No Name has a really horrible loot. You can't really play it with even console. You need a little bit of more loot. Yeah, but bins now, if you see them, not as remember them before the updates.
Yeah,
not the same.
They definitely have decreased.
Not the same.
But we just need competitive rule sets I've been bitching about for 4 years now. Just increase the loot and competitively, and not fuck with the main game.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Like PUBG's had it. What, like Fortnite's probably had it. H1 probably had it. Like just give us competitive rule sets. It's not that fucking hard to do at this point.
Would you keep still this kind of contesting things? Are you like supporting kind of a contesting POIs, or do you think it's better when we are going for a POI draft, just keep every POI uncontestable?
If you make a POI contestable, if there would be 20 POIs, that would just be the best, in my opinion. Like just having a clear, like just a power chart of like what POIs are the best and what are the worst, and just having 20 POIs and the worst being the worst. Like that would be the best. But contesting, like making an overpowered POI and then making it contestable is kind of like, I don't know. I don't like it because it's like a hard power spike for only like the best teams. As for example, Lotus is probably going to be one of the best POIs in the map, and it's going to be contestable, so it's only going to be there for the really, really good teams.
So the question is, if you know that this POI is actually broken, why don't you split it from the beginning, like hardware split in a whatever mountain or anything, or any stuff that you make it 2 POIs when you know it's already broken? Yeah. Why don't you make it 2 POIs already? That's why
I said about Lotus as well. Like if you made it like feel like 2 POIs instead of 1, then it would be completely fine, because it is like if it's a broken POI, then it should be splittable. Yeah, I was gonna say, because with Lotus there's the same thing as like Climatizer, but Climatizer is not as broken as Lotus in my opinion, like loot wise. Like there's the gravity cannon in the middle that just makes the POI 1 POI. But if there was no gravity cannon and all the loot was in the buildings instead of like being around the buildings, that would just make it 2 POIs, because then the other team, like they didn't have a way to come to the other building. If there's like something that splits the POI, but that's why I feel like with Lotus they could have done this, that if there was no gravity cannons or nothing, like you would have to use abilities to go from the other POI, the other building to the other building, and that will just make the early game instantly like not accessible. Like you can't fight the team instantly, you're ungriefable. Like something like that would be like instantly better.
And this is where the sort of divide between designing for comp and designing for like player base exists, right? Because when you're playing ranked or just playing the game, you don't want Lotus to be split up. Actually, like it's really moving around to some extent. Like developers want some way to slow people down still, but like it would definitely hurt from a gameplay perspective outside of comp. Yeah, Lotus is kind of fucked because in terms of loot, it's too much loot for one team. In terms of size, it's just the size of one POI. So like Sinetic said, you would actually need like a physical barrier to fix it.
In terms of loot, if you look at the storm points, you have Pylon has a huge loot, but you cannot split it right now because how you designed it. Because loot in Pylon might be almost possible for 2 teams, because even Pylon teams don't even loot it fully. Every one of you, what is your top 3 POIs you think in E-District? I know Sinetic did not play too much, but like what would you be your top 3 POIs on E-District? Yes,
Lotus, Electrogem, and Heights.
Lotus? Do you mean like baseline POIs or like competitive POIs?
Competitive POIs. What do you think are the best top 3 POIs on the map? What did you say, Raven? You said Lotus and something. What?
Lotus, Electrodam, and Heights.
Electrodam and Heights. Okay. That's pretty sure true.
Lotus for sure. And then I'm gonna be honest, I really just haven't explored all the POIs, but I think Dam is definitely up there, because if you're getting all of Dam to yourself, like that's what massive amount of loot to your lonesome, because like you're not even splitting the dam itself, so that's pretty good. And as for a third, I really couldn't like give you an answer, honestly.
Yeah, dam takes forever to loot. I just don't like how long it takes to loot.
Yeah, we've been landing, me and Fun have been landing Galleria just like exclusively. The loot's not bad, but it's very fast, very dense, and you can just in and out really quick. Has all the beacons, has everything, has crafters, so it's like it's a very fast rotate. I wouldn't say it's a top 3 POI, but maybe like a top 6, 7.
I can only say Lotus is good. I don't think I'm not convinced about Dam, and every other POI just seems not that great compared to Lotus. Like right now, it would probably just be Lotus. I'm not sure. What's the bottom left POI? The market?
Street
No
market.
market. Oh yeah, street market. I think that could be good, but I'm not sure. I haven't seen anything about it yet. All the edge POIs will be good. I think like everything that's like.
I'm liking those three for one specific reason, are how the design of the building and the power spots inside of them as well, plus the loot, plus the rotations out of them. For example, in Lotus, if you take one of the buildings, it's perfect. If you take the height building, you are enjoying. If you take the height and electro dam as well, you are okay. So those type of, when you have a zone on them, you have a prio even on the zones that they are actually hard to play. That's why it feels like having one of those three is really good.
I've never landed heights, so I don't really know what it is, but I mean, it looks just isolated in a lot of loot.
Yeah, I mean the loot is the map is good and bad. The loot in the map is some POIs is extra loot. Some of them are able to loot it fast, so it's like dense, it's good. The other ones are like so far from each other that you just say, I'm not gonna loot anymore. It's too much.
Yeah, I think Humber's got a lot of loot, doesn't it? It's very hard to loot. It's very like kind of annoying. I think a Humber, like if you're playing an edge comp, that would be a pretty good decent POI too, and it's not contestable.
E-District, we all agree it's really the closest map to the comp, right? Out of the other like KC, Broken Moon, and Olympus to be added to the comp. If no, which one would you think? Okay, Raven is this. I see Raven's face is not pleased thinking. Oh, yes, he has an idea. Okay,
I've got a hot take. I've got a hot take here.
Let's go. Which map do you think is the closest to comp? And what do you think you should change on it so it can be like actually perfectly fitting for comp? Raven, because I saw your
Kings
face.
Canyon, run it. Let's go.
What would you change on it?
I mean, I would just change some of the transitions in the middle of the map, like that river going from west to east. But otherwise, there's enough POIs. I mean, loot did get buffed on KC. Valk is a thing, so like you always have an in. More so than in the past. Loot bins get reset. There's assault bins, there's support bins. Like there's so many different ways that Respawn has added access to loot, and also just like loot parity. No one has like insane armors anymore, more than anyone else. Yeah, KC, there's enough POIs. All the other maps, there's not enough POIs, or it's Olympus, where you're just dying out in the open.
My take on KC, I think it's a pretty good but the problem is I think you need to make the map a little bit bigger and make the POIs a little bit away from each other, so you make your transitions in the center as well better. Now it's getting like so much congested when you are rotating because the map is too small. You finish your POI, every single team is hitting. We have a same issue in Broken Moon where people actually just getting hit in the middle center of the maps because of the quarantine, because of the terraformers, where the ziplines are getting in. But that's a different topic. But it's like similar feeling. Is like people are hitting into the rotations. If you make a KC a little bit bigger, make the different distances more, add more loot into the waves, so you even buff the loot because you filling the empty spaces. I think that might make KC better. You have enough POIs, that's good. What do you think, Nocturnal, here?
I'd be completely fine with KC. I think KC, like, I mean, I remember Monsoon like 3 or 4 years when we were in the dev Discord. He's like, just stretch KC out. Literally all you gotta do, just stretch KC out. And I'm also in a favor of just adding PvE. Like, if you're ever gonna make a competitive map, we just need PvE for some form of resuscitation of loot. Or even adding on to loot, or adding on to Evo, adding on to whatever. Like, PvE is a necessity for competitive in my eyes. That's why I think Stormpoint is like quite literally the perfect competitive map we have right now. Maybe add the, make the Prowler's Den start working again. Add spiders, add something, add just literally anything that is giving us more sustenance to playing the game.
I agree so much about the PvE because I love PvE myself in Stormpoint. That was a so good addition to the map that whenever I go to different map, I say, why don't we have it? It's pretty good. Okay.
You even play World's Edge now, and you're just like, where the fuck is PvE? Like, where's anything? Like, yeah.
Where are the prowlers? I mean, they are in trials. They are in trials only.
Yeah. I'm annoyed because we get a new PO or a new map, and I'm just like, where's like the PvE? Like, why do we have such a good idea in the game, but we're not expanding it fucking everywhere at this point?
Too much. I agree on this one so much. Good. So that means KC. Do you agree, Sinetic, that KC is the closest to comp? Compared to all of them?
It has to be E-District first, but after E-District, I don't, to be honest, I think all the maps are like shit enough to not even be thought about. Like, I don't, KC has like really bad, I don't like the terrain, like in the middle of the map, like just having the big, like, it's not a mountain, it's like just going from left, like all around the map, and then into the middle, it's just like a big mountain in the middle. and you have to climb like multiple like hills to go. Like if you land left side and zone is right side, you have to go like up, down, and then you're like on the other side. Like, and in the up fucking in the middle thing, like everyone's stacked up there because everyone's going there, everyone going through there. It's like the same thing as World's Edge, where like everyone's kind of going through Monument, but instead of Monument being on low ground, it's on just ultimate high ground. Like I don't like that at all. Olympus is just bad. There's no cover. Broken Moon. I think Broken Moon is just. I don't even know. I don't know if like. I think people like. I think the whole map has been made by popping things wherever they feel like. Like they haven't thought about anything on the map. Like everything's just there. Like you run around. There's like nothing makes sense. It's like a cool looking map. That's all it is. It's like I don't know. Yeah, it just doesn't feel like thought out.
I think
E-District like E-District. Yeah, E-District is like it's looking really good because of the like. The diversity, there's a lot of cover. Yeah, the only problem with E-District is the POIs, and like I feel like the middle of the map is like a bit like I'm not sure. I haven't played it like that much, but it felt good already. Like, it looks good. It feels good.
I was gonna say the POIs aren't finalized, right, for E-District at all, right? Maybe it'll get better over time.
Hopefully, and I hope they can really kind of add more POIs, maybe 1 or 2. That would be perfect for it. I don't know if anybody played PUBG before, and for me, I was like I came from PUBG. When I ran into E-District for the 1.5 day I ran, it gave me the vibes of PUBG. I don't know why. Just like some of the buildings, they were similar to PUBG. I was like, oh my god, that's PUBG here. But like not fully, but like the building designs. Anybody played PUBG before?
Yeah.
Did it give you similar things?
Yeah, kind of, because it's like, it's the diversity that makes it feel like it, I think. Because like you run around and open along, and then you just come into a full city, and then everyone's like comes up there. It's like, also it feels like you have to be really careful no matter where you are, because like in the towns or the cities there's like a lot of people around you and they're really close, but there's so much cover so you survive. But at the same thing as like open spaces, you have to be really careful because you don't have cover. I feel like it kind of PUBG has that same thing, like where you have to be really careful the whole time, because if you get caught it's like bad.
Nice.
I like that. It makes the game like it's like you can't predict what's happening next. Like you have to be really careful about everything. That's how I felt playing like a scrim game on it.
If they fix the POIs, E-District is definitely the best map by far. It's like not close.
This is what I'm saying about from the beginning. I think it has a really good potential. I tweeted something 2 days ago and I just deleted the tweet because obvious reasons for me. I said like E-District is actually great design, not only even a good design, it's a great design. It just needs, for comp, in my opinion, it needs changes. If they do those changes, I think it's gonna be a good map, and I love it. I love it when I run away. It just like gave me so good vibes. It gave me so good kind of something that I'm not used to it in Apex, especially in maps. It doesn't have even a terrain disadvantage. You have it in Storm Point, like high grounds, east side of the map. You don't have it here anymore. Like you have some buildings. I said like some buildings need to be changed, more POIs added, some checkpoints in. I think it becomes perfect.
Realistically, just slam E-District into Pro League, and we're not getting any of the changes that we want for the other maps. So might as well just start playing E-District, because like I don't think we can go BLGS with like the same 2 maps. Like I'm tired of playing World's Edge for the 4th year.
I can't lie, they need to nuke World's Edge and just put E-District and fuck it. Like Storm Point is like consistent enough. E-District is just okay.
I don't know. I don't think I want to nuke a map, but I want to, if they fix E-District, not like this, I want to add it into next year's as a 3rd map. But I really want those type of stuff to change. I want this type of more POIs, more things, because I am sick of playing a game with no enough POIs and people are just either griefing you or just playing it. You have to play sometimes dog shit POI that is not usable, not playable. I don't want to have the same of a Dome, Frag East type of a vibes. I don't want them. I think improve a little bit of World's Edge so you can have every single thing and add more on the E-District, so we have a perfect maps and a good maps that we can have a different type of styles, and then when we decide we remove something or add.
I will say really quick, I think the fact that Storm Point is the best comp map like says a lot to like the map design, because the terrain on that map is bullshit. Like the terrain on that map sucks ass. Whenever you have to go north, you're always going uphill, and some of the zones like impossible to get into. Down Beast is just an island. Barometer is just an island. Dev Coast, like all that shit is just a hill. You have to go up every direction if you don't get there early. Like Storm Point does some things well. The building design feels entirely skillful. It's like slightly like attacker favored. Yeah, I'd say like, I don't know, 70-30. or something like that. But so that feels good. It's not like entirely one-sided, and there's a lot of space on the map, and there's PvE, but like everything else is pretty bad about that map. The cars are also bullshit. Like, what do you mean people are getting purple armors fucking 3.5 minutes into the game and everyone else is walking by foot? Like,
Sinetic has two cars and even can fight for the third car. If no POI draft, it can fight for the bottom car. And if the POI draft, you take 2 cars. What?
Yeah.
Why?
Fuck that.
Why 2 cars? Why 2 tridents?
Like,
for
they
them?
add the Evo system, the Evo Harvester system, to add parity between teams and their armors, and then people have cars anyways.
Yes, agree. Nocturnal, if you had imaginary decisions of changing everything on Broken Moon to make a comp viable, what could you be thinking about for Broken Moon? Is there anything that you can really change to make it? Because I know that is at the moment is horrible, kinda horrible.
I don't really mind Broken Moon, so to say. I will say I think the mountains are just the most annoying thing about it. Just like there's just too many mountains, it feels like. Other than like centralized mountains, POIs, I still don't like zip rails. Like, I still don't like them because like POIs are too close to each other. Personally, don't like zip rails at all. I don't know. I don't know if I'd remove them or I'd like do something about them, but just like my unrealistic would just be like make the POI a little bit like spaced out and then get rid of most of the mountains, honestly. But I will say, somebody said about Valk, but Valk did make the game completely more accessible, and I could be just like, you know, bitching about something that's already fixed, and I haven't played scrims on Broken Moon yet, so I wouldn't know. But I will say Valk probably just changed the whole game where maybe any map is playable now, and we just don't know yet. But I also don't like the fact that one character would make it would be forced, like, essentially. I don't like the idea of it should be fixed preemptively, and then a character should add on to, hey, this makes the game feel even better, rather than we have to play this character or our fucking game is ruined kind of situation.
Sinetic, what would you change in Broken Moon to make it actually playable if you can? I know you don't have
I think everything.
Everything?
No, I think everything. No. I played Broken Moon enough. Like,
nuke the map.
Actually nuke the map because I hate the terrain. I hate the building design. I hate the zip rails. Like, there's so much open space, and then there's like nothing makes sense on the map. That's why I said it feels like everything, like they just made the coolest looking things and just put it on the map, like biggest mountains, biggest buildings, biggest here, like coolest zip rails. Like, just put everything there and just slam it on the map. Like, there's no thought behind it. Like, playing EWC on fucking Broken Moon was so bad. Like, half the games would be just like, dude, it was just bad. I don't know, like. Nothing makes sense on the map. That's the problem. Like, you walk from other POI to another POI, and there's like a visible, like, it looks like someone just planted a POI here. Like, it doesn't make sense why the POI is there. Like, there's nothing that like glues them together. It's just things put onto a map. Same with the mountains. Like, nothing makes sense on the map. Actually, the only map that needs to nuke. Don't think it's fixable. I can't lie.
Raven, do you have suggestions for changing something into that?
I hate the ski lodge buildings that they have, because some of them are just like literally unpushable.
You talking about the one with like the double zip rails, like they go into the building and they're okay.
Some of them are pushable. You just have to look around for like rocks like around them that are like on similar elevation, then you can get people off like the outside, like peeking at you. But like some of them are actually unpushable. Like, for example, the one in Eternal Gardens leading up to going to your wharf. Do you guys know the one I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know. That's actually
what the fuck are we supposed to do about that? Like, that's actually... I can't kill the team. I can't rotate through them. Yeah. I'm fucked. I can't even Valk ult over them. I'm in the open. That's bullshit. And then some of the buildings are just like ridiculous. Like the middle Atmos station building. That's annoying. That's just annoying.
Terraformer. There's a lot of shit on that map.
I mean, I feel like Terraformer is more fun because you can't really see like out of the POI if you're like in the middle at the height. It's like kind of anyone can just like walk into your POI. It's like not a very strong power position in that sense. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of problematic things on that map. Like just like the ski lodges and like those buildings you can just like sit on the roof. I get that they made it so sometimes you can't peek exactly over them, or else you risk exposing your entire body. But like still, everything leading up to those buildings is just like open space. And it's just tough. Like, I mean,
I don't like one thing on the map as well, that is how really everything is leading to Reformer or Quarantine when you're rotating. Every single time you play Scrim, you are going around, you will see 3-4 fights happening into Reformer, 3-4 fights happening the thing, especially because of the Evo harvesters, how they are located, because they made a massive middle of the map for terraformer, the really big area where spawning some stuff into there for Evo harvesters, and everyone is going there either for rotation and then at the same time getting the harvesters, and just fights are breaking in. I don't know how you can change and maybe build more, not mountain, but like small things that can prevent teams to be accessing each other to that spot faster. So like a team coming from the east has to take in a different direction and then can come back to that if they want. A little bit slower to get into the harvesters if you have to do it. Other teams are accessing it faster, so they leave. Don't hit each other into this. I don't know how you can make type of a design that you can just separate those teams on rotation from each other by 30 seconds or whatever they are, so they can. And I just hate this 4 teams are fighting in the middle of terraformer every single scrim.
Could we? Yeah. I mean, I think the interaction where like Alter just can't go through any of the mountains, like, would that help solve a it would cause problems, but it would also fix a lot of rotational problems where like Alter just can't go through any of the mountains at all. So is that like an insane thing to say, or you know, because like I feel like Broken Moon has a lot of these issues where you can't just go through and you get stuck on rotates.
I mean, she's dog shit, so yeah, they should buff her 100%.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Valk does address a lot of the issues we're talking about. Like, he's insane on Broken Moon. You can literally just go over all the mountains, but like, yeah, you don't want to have to pigeonhole everyone to one meta, obviously. So. Okay,
if I ask you, what are your top 3 POIs on Broken Moon, Raven?
On Broken Moon, it's gotta be Binomics #1, and then I don't like playing zone. I'm just not. I'm not trying to sit.
The amount of loot you have it in is just like unbelievable. Okay, you have just a huge amount of loot.
Yeah, I mean, do you? Okay.
Bionomics is amazing. I like it too.
Bionomics.
I have.
I'll give you Quarantine. I'll do Atmo Station. I'll do Atmo Station for my third.
Divide is the Broken Moon mill. Is the
mill?
No.
There's just like you just don't get Evo harvesters near you enough to early rotate. Like sometimes it's just literally out of your POI.
Let me double
check. Sometimes they're on a Bionomic side. Yeah, you can check with your.
I just forgot. I forgot myself because last time I looked at Broken Moon on CWC. My brain is not.
Let me tease them out about the divide here. There's this huge mountain to the west of the divide, so you have to go around it every single time, or you have to evac around it or Valk, but you're not gonna have Valk ult early. So it seems like insane because it has high tier loot, it's quick to loot, but it's like you have to take a fucking detour every single time you want to leave your POI. It's not as fast as it seems. Yeah, you have the zip rails, don't get me wrong, but like for example, if you want to go south past like Bionomics, you might have to rip an evac around that choke to get into Terraformer, or the Bionomics team just might like fight you in that choke.
But you definitely get one of the harvesters before you leave, like somewhere, especially if you leave north. Definitely get one of the harvesters because there are multiple of the good ones spawning there. It's not like kind of Bionomics, but Bionomics, because of the terrain is so huge, it's so big. That's why you get like kind of a lot. But you still have a good, like I think Respawn did not bad stuff too much. I mean, I look at it, it's not the best, can be improved, but they did not do a horrible work into Evo harvesters for at least for the divide. But yeah.
Also, the beacon spawn rate sucks, doesn't it?
I forgot about it, but I think they fixed it. All of them is equal. They fixed it before. I'm not sure. Okay, I need to open one more time because I forgot.
But what I mean is that, like, okay, let's say it's like 60%, or do you know like the exact number?
It's 50 something, all of them, because they have a lot of them. 20, I think.
Yeah, that sucks for divide because you can't hit a rotational beacon in Bionomics. You can't hit one. You might be able to hit one in Eternal, but you can't hit one to your west very quickly either because you have the mountain going to Terraformer.
But isn't
and then you also might, you know what I mean? So it's like you don't actually have good.
Isn't it the life of everyone that plays zone? Because you can take zip rail and take one from Stasis because Stasis are leaving, or the cliffside if you are going towards the north. There are 2 of them.
Exactly. So zone sucks.
And I mean, but there are some of them. You will hit if you just like get the first look into the map and you know where you can guess it's east, north, whatever. You can get. There are some rotational beacons, especially with the zip rail going from divide.
When there used to be armors that dropped on the ground instead of Eve harvesters, divide was definitely better because you could just leave with like blues and purples.
That's the normal. I'm talking about the map because you can definitely go with the zip rail out and take one of those 2 consoles with you. Eternally, you cannot do it because the teams will be taking forever. The same for Bionomics. That's the only issue. But if you suspect it's a Bionomics, it's easier to be reading it. It's there. Sure. I think you will be not suffering everyone here. You might be suffering into somewhere here or there. But I think
in the middle of the map.
Yeah, like Calvi Station or Atmospheres, because until you read the map, it's like a little bit harder. But you have a zip rails that they take you literally everywhere. Those zip rails.
Yeah, but you can't take the Bionomics one. They're still there. player.
Yeah, I mean,
like you literally can't go that way.
Yeah, true. That's true. They kill you, but like
they're just still looting. Fucking AFK.
but then you can fly to here maybe, and then evac or a Valk ult somewhere outside and take the next April outside.
That's what you have to do. You have to fly your evac from those buildings that you have covered 100%.
Good. We close the topics of here, but I think Olympus, then we don't have any way to improve it, right? Can you improve it?
Olympus?
Just
cover. Yeah, really. Cover and remove the Elysium zones. Those zones are fucked.
How are they existing, man? When there is a one area for 2 ziplines and you have to Valk ult, but Valk was not good, so you don't play Valk. Like what?
Well, why did they add them back? They were gone.
Yeah, exactly. They were gone and they brought them back for EWC. It was like, what? Please leave me alone.
And then remove the Rift high ground, like that one too. Like all the high ground zones that just make the game fucking unplayable for like 95% of squads. Just remove those and add more cover, I guess.
Nicely. Nice. Good. I think maps, POVs, PLGS and stuff is already done as a topic. We move into the next topic is meta. We had an update a few days back, 2 days back. I don't think you got enough playtime into that, but you already got an idea how the stuff from the Valk changes are looking like, how the pins resets are looking like, how the weapons are 99, I think still bad. Havoc, how do we read first of all the next meta? Is Valk back?
I think Valk's back, yeah. I was playing her a bit. It's crazy to say, like, but her like maneuverability nowadays just feels like it feels too good. That's how great she feels right now. On top of, the recon, the highlighting, and then the new purple passive is fucking insane. Like
cheating.
Hello?
That's a cheating. That's a real cheating. You even open you even open your map and you have a kind of everything looking into the map, pointed everywhere where they are in the map. Like your teammates can just like, I don't know, like it's just cheating. I don't know how
the new purple passive is just fucked. It's just fucked. That's just honest truth.
Like it's not real. So Raven, do you think is she taking whose spot? If you think she's back, whose spot is she taking?
So I do think Valk is really good, but I actually think she's pretty niche because zone teams aren't going to get the purple perk. So what's the point? And then a lot of like the edge teams are playing edge, or a lot of the like top edge teams are like aggressive, like fighting KP edge teams. They're not going to play her. They're just going to play bang crypto with evacs, right?
No, I definitely not. I definitely will not. First of all, Valk is not horrible. The perk, you have it on the purple, it will safely take you into end zone for free when you are an edge team. The biggest issue, like on top of fighting when you are an edge, is actually getting into an end zone in the best way. This is a cheating way getting you in. It's just a buy ticket. Ticket tells you go end zone, like perfectly go end zone. I will not leave it. Second, she's not horrible. Her Q is not bad. They will be the only one in such a meta where she can take high grounds. If you have a fight in high grounds, there is no horizon. There is nothing. You can have one Pathfinder, but yes, he took the high ground before me. GG, but I can take high ground as well myself before him. If I'm approaching a spot where I'm actually holding, I don't think she's horrible. I don't think crypto with the nerfs of the ult excels will be a better fighting overall than her. She's providing you a cheating Valk ult, a cheating evacs, cheating jump towers. We have a lot of them in multiple maps. Cheating because you get the wall hack Valk ulting, you get the wall hack jump towering, you get the wall hack evacing, and crypto with the nerfs of the ult excels, he's getting 1 EMP against you. Good luck if you fuck your EMP. While Valk ult is not gonna be good luck if you fuck up something. You have so many ways to go out of it. I think
No, I get that, but like these edge teams, these fighting edge teams, unless they're up against also Valk teams, they're going to like realize that Valk isn't doing enough to kill the teams in front of them, like bang crypto fuse with. Like they're going to realize that they can't kill the teams in front of them as fast as easily. Just to clarify, I think Valk is insane. But what I'm trying to argue is that she's a very niche specific playstyle of specifically like edge teams who want to spend the early game, the mid game looting up and then finessing their way into zone. So teams like us, teams like Gaming Gladiators, or like 100 Thieves at 2022 champs. Those types of teams, Valk is really good for. I don't see the point of playing her zone. You're not getting purple perk. And then for edge teams, I just think they're going to play stronger fighting characters.
Don't you think you and GG are playing her and then getting your purple perk perfectly, going with a Newcastle Valk ulting, getting a perfect spot and playing your game?
Something like that, yeah. Like that's what I see her for, 100%.
we again come to the topic where you actually talks about me and my argument with the Neski. We talk about the perfections. I don't think there are enough good crypto players that they can be playing the perfect crypto where they can land their EMP on the perfect timings and they don't fuck their EMPs. Those type of perfections are already gone. We don't have a good crypto players. Plus, teams are actually sick of that shit crypto.
I agree, yeah. So,
and I mean, I would love to have Valk fighting in Thunderwatch versus a crypto team. She will shit on them in Thunderwatch, or top of somewhere where there is a high elevations where she can just peek up and down in a bunker fight where she just flies up, flies down, shoots, flies up and down. That type of a Valk angles and Valk type of plays. She's not the best fighting character. I'm not saying she's definitely not good fighting character compared to another fighting characters, but I don't think crypto right now with a limited ult excels, which is if you see it, you get 1 or you don't get 1 in a POI, 1 or 0. Before you would get 100% of ult excels to up to 3 or 4 ult excels per POI, depends on the POI. Now this is gone. Now that means when it's gone, teams are playing zones or team are playing certain POIs are not saving the ult excels and not leaving them on the grounds where the H team is coming and saying, hey, I came to your POI, you did not loot it, and I have a lot of ult excels in the grounds, I can keep taking them. Those H teams were getting into every single POI looting, they find another 1 or 2 ult excels. It's not gonna happen. This specific teams, they have 1 or 2, they fuck 1 EMP and GG. Like it's not gonna be like forgiving a lot. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, I don't see Alliance playing Valkyrie. I don't see like people that play for fights. I don't see them playing Valkyrie. Like that Valkyrie is broken, but you cannot win a fight with Valkyrie against like a crypto team. You just not winning.
You need
like how often do you like sure there's shit like crypto players, but like it's still, I mean, if you see Alliance is gonna crypto power and zip onto top of you, like what are you gonna do? Like there's nothing, like if you don't have that EMP you cannot counter. Like I don't know. I feel like Valkyrie, I mean, unless people figure out, everyone like changes their playstyle. If people change, then yes, Valkyrie's gonna be the hard meta. But I don't think hard KP teams are gonna change. I don't think so.
I'm just weighing the pluses and minuses from
that's what I'm saying. Like I agree that playing Valkyrie is the winning play. Like right now, like if everyone played the same, Valkyrie would be the winning play. But I feel like because other teams don't want to change, they don't want to adapt.
I mean,
they want to play for the KP still, so they're gonna play fighting teams, and then they're gonna play fighting comps, and then you have to play fighting comps on edge unless you play Valkyrie.
They will figure something else except crypto. Yes, they will figure something else except crypto. I mean, I don't think you need to play crypto to kill teams. This is actually a big myth. You were forced to play crypto because of a Newcastle Watson. If Rampart makes her way in and no fuse, then Newcastle will get a decrease in the play. Then teams will be figuring out, I don't need even crypto for that. I'm sick of crypto. I play something else. I don't know. That all depends on how people are playing. I'm just weighing the pluses and minuses. I'm playing how much is overall from beginning of the game until end of the game Valk is giving you, and how much is crypto giving you. And then I'm saying, okay, I'm liking my game. Second is, you are talking about taking fights. Yeah, it's not often you take a fights. Plus, most of the fights, if you take it in a bad terrain, it's you fucked up. So you sometimes you need just to be in a good spots, in a good terrains, you figure out where it is. You can even avoid it. You don't even have to fight. Look at GG. They not take a fights unless they had a good terrains in whole champs. And that's something you figure out where you need to be. You don't need to be in a shit spot to take a fight. You don't need to be...
We're having a different argument here, I think. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
I think we're arguing that like stylistically, these teams, like Valk doesn't make sense for how they want to play. And you're sort of arguing whether the character is good like holistically, like generally. But we're talking about like if you have a team like POis, for example, like we know how those players want to play. They're like a very aggressive team. They want to fight, kill people,
and they have a good crypto.
Valk could be better. Valk in isolation could be better, but like isn't address the fact that team wants to play for KP, for example. Like that's how they want to play. Maybe that's not how they should play in a certain meta, but like that's how they might want to play because that fits their skill set and their philosophy on the game. You know what I mean?
I feel like there's like now 3 play styles where we're going back to where we used to play Valk with Xset. You go from, you have aggressive edge teams, you have the fair edge teams where you know, hit ring 3 beacon, you Valk ult, and you control as much physical spot as you can in ring 3, and then you have early rotation teams that bank off, you know, ring 2 beacon. So Valk won't be 100% pick rate, but she will have that moment where like, do people want to go back to fair Apex? And that's just really it at the end of the day, because everyone's just hell-bent on this like this KP meta, which it works and there's nothing wrong with that, but now it's just like if you're a Valk team and you're getting caught on edge by a crypto, like you're just doing the game fucking wrong at that point. Honestly, your job should be getting purple armors, just hit ring 2 beacon or ring skin and then controlling your space. That's literally it. You're not playing WQ with Valk. You're literally just controlling as much space as physically possible with Newcastle.
I think gonna be the game is most of the time is crypto teams are not finding someone to kill and they are trying to enter the game and they will get shit on and they will just swap from crypto afterwards. Because when you play in a lobby, like it's a heavy lobby like LAN, really good lobby LAN, not like group stages or something, then you just hit with this stop. Even if you get one team to kill until you just want to make your way in, and the other free spots are already filled by the Valk teams that they took these spots because they are free. They know they are free because it's cheats. Is a cheating wallhack. Then the crypto teams will be just like, I'm attempting my attack once, and if I fuck up my EMP on the teams and I cannot push them because I'm in a pinch spot because everyone is shooting me, I'm fucked. I would better just like take the cable out of my keyboards and mouse, and the same for the controller, and says kill me. Something like this gonna happen. I don't know. I just see it from this perspective. There are some spots are gonna be filled. No more. If you even don't kill the team from the first one, you just pop a 5 ult cells, get a bang ult, get a fuse ult, get whatever EMP back, and try to fight. Not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. As I said, we need to see how the lobby is playing. That's the most important thing.
Yeah. I have a question. If not crypto, then what edge comp? Like, I'm curious. Do you?
Because
let's say
bang cat, Valk bang fuse, Valk bang something, Valk something. If a Valk Newcastle something, I don't know. Just there is a multiple options.
Yeah, but
like crypto.
Newcastle or Watson would just shit on all of those comps. Like you just could not kill them at all. Like,
and that's why and that's why you Valk ult and you get into the spot.
But then you don't have a character that's like, if you're playing Valk bang fuse or even bang cat, like you can't stabilize very well.
Valk,
you know what I mean?
Argument,
that's the problem.
Argument, Valk bang Rampart. Rampart back, baby.
Don't.
I think Rampart's fine. I think Rampart's completely fine.
Don't yoink my comp, brother.
I already said it when the update came out. I said, but that depends on how many fuses are in. That's all.
Yeah. It's really bad.
I feel like you don't even need bang with that comp. You could just go like Valk, Rampart, Newcastle, and play the old 100T comp that they played a while ago, but with upgraded characters. So I think it's gonna be like 1 to 2 teams that are just like hard edge, monkey see, monkey do, and then all the teams are just gonna be back to like fair apex, or it might be a little bit boring.
Wait, we spoke about. I think even if you get caught on the edge by crypto, you will not die if you have a Newcastle something. You just like save your wall until you get the EMP and you wall in, and that's just GG. You're not dying as a Newcastle. Like I don't think. Just like it depends on the perfections, and I'm telling you, there are way worse crypto players than Newcastle players. There are way worse crypto players than any other ones, so they are not a perfect crypto players. Out of the topics now of the Valk, we go to another topics. Now the burn resets for the meta. Do you think that will be limiting a little bit of the Newcastle? Because then the burn resets was a little bit harsh for Newcastle. Really harsh for Newcastle. Like it's not every single time like now 500 gold bins near each other. Let's just shop whatever you like, gold items. You might even not get a gold knockdown shield. Depends on things.
I think people will see it as a scare. Not the wisest teams that play Newcastle just for the gimmick of Newcastle gold res will see it and be like, oh, Newcastle's bad and never play it. But I think the teams that know what Newcastle's actually good for, I don't think it's gonna affect them. Like I don't think that's the strong power of Newcastle.
I agree. I think Newcastle's like literally a 10 out of 10 character. Even with the gold knockdown, it makes it even better. So like
it's just a hard gimmick that people look at and they see it and it's not there and they're like, oh, Newcastle bad. And,
yeah.
If you're looking at like the knockdown nerf and saying Newcastle's bad, you're kind of just a noob at that point. Like that's a noob. That's a noob diff.
Like what makes Newcastle OP is the fact that they added the energized wall bullshit. Yeah, you can just like survive a crypto EMP push if you actually time your abilities correctly.
And the 3 minutes is just broken. I don't like the 3 minutes part of it.
Yeah.
I just don't like it. It's too much. Just like
it's really hard.
Because if you
make a 3-minute gibby bubble at this point, like,
I mean, if you make his original with 15 seconds and he's energized with 30 to 45 seconds, that might open spots for another legends to play. Right now, that one needs a 3 minutes or EMP or Rampart. Yeah, or Rampart. But I don't know. What is the read of the meta? What are we expecting next meta will be? Give me 3 comps you think they will gonna be.
I think it's just gonna be Valk, Newcastle, like X. That's literally it. It's either gonna be, or like I think the Bang Path Watson comp will be like the early rotation comps, and then the honest edge teams will play Valk, Newcastle, and then the aggressive teams will play like Bang, whatever, something aggressive. I don't know what it would be though.
Path, Valk, Bang, Newcastle, crypto.
That's about it. These are the legends. I want 3 comps.
Yeah, like five legends. I don't know. I mean, the 3 comps, like it's gonna be this. Yeah, I actually don't know. I mean, you can like swap between a lot, especially now, because like I think people will try Valkyrie and Pathfinder, and like switch between, like for zone or for edge, either or both. I think I don't know. Newcastle might just become hard meta though. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure, but it might.
Newcastle is gonna be hard meta, I guess. Plus,
Yeah.
or Rampart. In this case, if there is no fuses, I would love Rampart to see Rampart shitting on Newcastle. Not gonna lie, I would love to see people playing Rampart. So
my first intuition would be like Watson, Valk, Newcastle would probably be like the best like middle ground comp for everything. Like from like early rotation to honest edge, but you can't do like aggressive edge with that comp. But like 2 out of 3 playstyles you can do. You can play a little bit slower with that playstyle. So I think that's like probably
his playstyle, bro. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I don't want to kill anyone.
Yeah, you're playing for placements kind of situation. Yeah. Other than that, I think that comp or Bang it, Pathfinder, Watson, and then for the third one, I can't really think. I don't know what would be like the true just like hard aggressive playstyle. I couldn't tell you honestly at this point.
Okay, Raven. I mean, it depends on the lobby actually how it's behaving. This is the only issue, right? What
yeah, like honestly, I don't know what people are gonna play. Like I really don't know because I always just wait for people to like play shit and then I'll just like think of a comp afterwards.
Okay, but
so I don't know. Like in my head, I'm like, surely zone teams don't play Valk. It makes literally no sense. But I'm sure there will be. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
I think Path would probably still be better than Valk. I don't know if you guys agree with that. I think the Path was still better than Valk like early on.
I
think Path is really good.
You still need the purple perk as well.
Oh yeah, that's true. I guess yeah.
Path is so useless in zone though too.
Yeah.
Depends if you're just jerking off in buildings, then yeah, but like I don't know.
What you do in zone,
I think
if you're playing Watson though, you shouldn't be jerking off in buildings. Like you should be doing angles, you should be creating space, like looking for picks everywhere. If you're playing Pathfinder too, like I think the people that play position are just like kind of just noob locked into buildings. Like you need to play space when you're playing position. But
isn't Bang better for that? She creates like soft cover. You can do that in zone way better, and she has better endgame util.
You can play both. You can play Bang, Path, Watson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at that point, I mean, Watson hits beacon. You need what, like a map from scan? Then that's what you're looking for.
And
with Pathfinder.
I think zone
like
teams
alternatives to Path.
Zone teams might be able to play Valk if they just don't turbo rotate into zone. Like they are not landslide. Like half is kind of just be a 30 seconds to 1 minute less slower. Be kind of a 400 evo away, or even if you get a cache in certain POIs. From the vault, you can just be happy getting it. Like
I was gonna say you could do the old energy playstyle with like Guild and Sweet where they went for natural care packages, got that immediate purple, and then you play your zone playstyle. So or you go for vaults every single game.
But that's how the game should be played. People should not be turbo rotating for zones that they know are RNG with blue armors, 1 bat each. And then seeing a zone pool that doesn't suit them and they're not in God spot, they're like, oh man, there's nothing I could have done. It's like, actually, there was.
Nice.
You could just not have done that. Like, it makes sense for some zones that are like 100% going there, sure, whatever. But like, sometimes I'm like, why are you rotating? Like, just...
Weapons meta. I know that it's not gonna change. It's gonna be
still the same bullshit. Nemesis, Mosams, just call it a day. Fuck it. We're over it.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Havoc's still good, Nemesis still broken. Akimbo's, how the fuck did we still not nerf the Mosams? But just
they will nerf it for sure next update. I can bet on everything. They would nerf it next update. I don't want to bet on big things so they don't make it like, oh, you bet on something big, we are not gonna nerf it. No, I think, but they will. I think pretty sure they will nerf it, but they just need to collect more data to know what to nerf. I suggested myself kind of mag changes, a little bit slightly reduce. I don't care about the hammer point. Slightly reduce the fire rates because the hammer points anyway are a little bit now harder to get because of how the loot of the builds as well working. It's not anymore 700 gold ones. What would you be changing on it? Anybody of you would be changing something on Mosam to make it better?
I talked to JB's where it was like, if you're firing the Mosams, you should suffer a movement penalty. You should not be able to like walk as fastly as you are or sprinting as fastly as you are with Mosams. When you shoot them, you should be like slowed down. Genuinely,
it's impossible to make it because more of
I know, but
firing.
I know it's like super unrealistic. But like even if you're hip firing, if you're holding it down, you should have like a movement penalty. But I don't think that's possible. But I think I think it needs a raw damage nerf at this point, honestly.
What's problematic about the Mosam is a few things. The first one is that Mosam bullets grow in size like tremendously when you shoot them. So you can it has bullshit range for a shotgun. It makes no sense. In arenas, it kind of like people know this. You would just get Mozam round 1, and you can literally just do chip damage from a million miles away, unlike other shotguns. I mean, you can see, if you look at like the bullets out of Mozam, like you slow down, they're fucking massive. So I would nerf that, so it's not as bullshit from range, because that's like part of what makes Mozam annoying. It's like you could be further than another shotgun and still do dumb damage. And then I would just decrease the amount of bullets to like 8.
It's too many. Easy. 12 is too many. You are just
12 is bullshit.
Yeah, just like
I do
unpunished.
think the hip fire is fucking insane. Like the hip fire compared to, like, we nerfed AR hip fires with the Havoc, the Flatline, the 301, whatever. We nerfed all those hip fires, and then we introduced a gun that does better than all of them statistically.
And perfect
with hip. Yeah, it's just like,
and
what the fuck?
And Horizon Q. He's perfect accuracy on all of those.
Yeah, it's fucking insane. It's literally insane.
Yeah. So force people to ADS. Yeah, that'd be a good change.
Okay, we finished from the everything meta related, and we come now to the fun parts. Kind of a personal questions, yeah? For example, one of the questions will be, I know the answer from Raven immediately because I will ask it to Nocturnal first. What is your top 2 favorite moments during comp career, the whole comp career? I know the Raven is 2 wins of Lance. I mean, the answer will be a little bit like, oh my god. But for you, what would be like the best top 2 for your whole career?
For mine would be the original Horizon play in Sorting Factory, where, you know, I ratted from my teammates dying in 20th place, both of them died 20th. I ratted to top 3, whatever the hell it was back in the day, and then qualifying for EWC. Qualifying for EWC was like, it was my make or break. I was either going to retire or not. So we qualified EWC. I fucking, you know, made myself happier again, fucking wanted to work on myself, and then we got energy. So that's my personal too.
Amazing. I mean, the EWC for you was like, I think, very important, as you already said. Like, you just like felt not happy from the comp, from the results, from everything, and then just comes to you, okay, EWC, amazing, perfect, we're playing LAN again, no more break, and then you go to the next split and you just enjoy and you get the good results too. That's pretty cool.
Even though like EWC we didn't play out and we played like shit, I'm still happy that we qualified, still happy with the opportunity to even like play under energy. So yeah, I mean, that was my deal breaker. Like, if we didn't qualify EWC, I was just gonna move on and do my own thing. So I'm very happy now.
Very glad you made it to EWC then. Cool. Sinetic, your top 2 moments of Apex career, what are they? Your best, you don't forget, and you are like super happy of them.
I mean, this weekend's RCQ was definitely number 1, 100%. Like, it was rough times, and then popping off, making Japan. Fucking saved it, all good.
Yeah.
Second one, it's either just EWC as a whole, or it's winning last Pro League's regional finals. I mean, the regional finals was like winning, so it's like kind of hype, but then EWC was just like hype the whole way though.
Yeah, the EWC, you had a really great performance. Being in a group stage, I think you ended 4th in our group, if I'm not wrong. Something like this, right? Or what did you?
Yeah, it was some, and
top 4 or something. Your problem is you got sick for the finals. I know. Nobody knows it, that you were fever. You had a fever for 3 days after the group. He just was not leaving his room, and then he left his room in the finals day. I look at him, I was like, "You are dead. I have to play." And then he played his sick. But I think overall your performance was good. For you, I think for me, if I would be thinking about you, it's like EWC gonna be one of the two best. Raven, what about best 2 moments in Apex career? Okay, I'm giving you 3. I'm giving you 3 because it's not fair. You went 2 lands. You went 2 lands.
Okay. Oh, what if it wasn't those 2, huh? What if I had something else? Privacy?
Let's go.
Yeah, okay, maybe that 17th place meant something to me. Okay.
Okay, you know? We give them 2.
Yeah, I really had to reflect, you know, it was really cathartic. No, I'm just joking. That was okay. I was laughing. We were all laughing after that land. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't know what people thought, but we were just fucking dying laughing. Because the last game we got griefed by 2R1C. It was hilarious. Okay, top 3. Yeah, definitely the 2 land wins. The third, it's got to be GMT with champs getting 5th. Okay, it sucked at the end that we got 5th, but like we were like head to head with Fear up until the end there, and we were also playing like hard off meta. So
I remember the
it was just fun to see, like, in real time, all those shitty Valk cost game teams get rolled.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That was actually a very good place, very good as well, read on the zones as well, with the Seer Watson Valk. Nicely. Cool. If I ask you, what is your favorite meta, competitive meta that played? What is yours, Nocturnal?
Wraith, Octane, Bloodhound, Gibby meta. Like, I know Wraith and Octane were like synonymous, but the Wraith, Blood, Gibby meta, where complexity was like on top, that's my favorite meta easily.
Okay, Raven?
It's gotta be Cat's Ear Horizon, my Magnus Opus. Like, that shit was Damn, why are you beefing with Cat's Ear Horizon, Knock?
I love Horizon.
Wait, you don't like getting stunned for 2 seconds?
I also
the ability that goes through the
also
walls?
don't love wall hacks. I don't love fucking
No?
uncounterable gameplay. Yeah, that sounds fucking horrible.
my
Thank
God.
you.
I don't know. It's pretty funny if you ask me. That was great. That was definitely the most fun for me because, like, yeah, that comp was just busted. We practiced that comp like 8 months before it was the thing.
Sinetic?
Yeah, I think the Carreer Horizon meta was the most fun. I even though it was like, it was just too much fun. I don't know, like every other meta, like that meta was like compared to crypto meta, like it kind
Yeah.
of worked the same way. Like, but
Anything.
crypto is just cancer.
I
Crypto
mean-
is just like compared to like, bro, shoot the diamonds, fuck it, bro. I'll take it, bro. Like I don't care, like.
But they
as-
nerfed it. They nerfed it afterwards. They showed the diamonds. They didn't keep
Yeah,
it.
yeah, it was good after they nerfed it. Yeah.
Mhm.
There's no better feeling than killing people as Cat's Horizon. Like you genuinely felt honestly.
Yeah, yeah.
That is the
yeah.
highest dopamine in the game, like in my opinion. Like, nothing else comes. Nothing was easier.
Oh,
No, I gotta
kill
hire
them.
one. I gotta hire one. It's being an NA and watching APAC players with 20 revenants, the old revenants in their lobbies, and knowing that NA will never do that. That was peak. That was so fucking funny back in the day.
Yeah.
It was like 3-4 years ago, just watching APAC play with all the revenants, bro. Oh my god.
Wait, that actually just brought up a core memory of mine. Revtain Horizon. That's my second favorite.
Oh my god. Okay.
I'm telling you, it's so fun. Just padding into Team Revolt through Horizon ult at them
Oh my
Jesus.
god. Okay.
in the air. Yeah.
Okay. What's your best or favorite weapon meta in competitive?
Oh, L-Star, when that thing just shot fireballs like the size of fucking Africa, that thing, it was so fun. What do you mean I have a laser gun as my primary with the 3 times? Like, that was so fun. Make Apex fun again. Come on, Respawn, get on it.
No.
What the fuck are we doing?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Holy
God.
shit.
Raven is picking up every single shit cringe meta and putting it in like, okay.
Yes. You think I care about fairness? No, I'm gonna have fun.
Why did you say charge rifle? I think I would go charge rifle instead of you now. Just 700 kilometers shoot someone. Oh my god. What-
No, because that was for like snipers are for noobs. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get in there. Like, I'm trying to get in the fray. I'm not trying to sit back.
Oh my god. Sinetic, where do we go with the meta? Your favorite gun meta?
I mean, I kind of like the Volt R9 Digi meta. That was like the best gun meta, but I hate the Digi, but I love the guns, bro. Shooting the guns just felt so good. Shooting R9, shooting Volt was so nice, but I mean, yeah, Digi was kind of like the only thing that ruined it.
Yeah.
But gun-wise, that was the best. Like, no
Okay.
Havoc, no shotguns. Oh my god, only
The-
SMGs.
Yeah,
The
that was
time-
nice.
I might be a controller player playing MNK right now, but all good.
Yeah, the time they took away the Digi and they nerfed a little bit the 99 and there was like a gun called Havoc. Waiting for that moment. There is no Digi anymore. I have a faster kill time. I have more bullets. Come to me. That was like the death of a SMG. Yours, Nocturnal. What was your favorite gun meta?
Oh man, nothing gets me more excited than triple 30-30 100 Thieves playstyle. Just yep, that one. No, I think I have a moment in scrims where I just get 3 headshotted all by each
yeah.
of them individually, and I just get that, and I'm just like, man,
No,
that
the
fucking
scrims-
meta, that fucking meta. Mm.
It's actually the
Yeah.
best. The best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you peek out to get info, and you just get
Yep.
fucking.
Skull
all
piercer,
of these.
highest damage
Oh,
headshots. Like,
fuck.
oh my god, yeah, send that back.
Okay.
That,
I think-
was good.
My sadistic side says the charge rifle when it was like, Valk, Gibby, Caustic, the charge
Oh
rifle
my
just
God.
ruining people's
Oh
fucking
my
days.
god, yes.
That's my sadistic side, but my personal favorite is probably like flatline PK meta where it's like AR shotgun every single time you run 301 flat PK. I like those. Those are my yeah.
Flatline PK was actually pretty.
I love the flatline or flatline Volt.
If I tell you what is your favorite personal legend, not comp only, you can just like you enjoy playing the legend either in rank and just watching the people playing the legend. Which one is your favorite legend? Not rank, not comp only specific. Overall, what's your
That's my
favorite?
Bloodhound.
Bloodhound. Raven.
Horizon.
Sinetic.
Surprised.
Pathfinder or Horizon. I'm not 100% sure. Pathy's like, might be Pathy though.
Okay.
Pathy's a bit more diverse.
What is your favorite ranked map? Sinetic. Ranked map.
Stormpoint. Play
Raven?
Stormpoint. That's the only one that I enjoyed in like season 13.
Okay, Raven.
Starpoint, letting L run every game because people can't even fly there. So it's great. I love it.
Yep. Nocturnal.
Mine is Stormpoint minus the Seer meta. Because all I imagine is Greek just sitting in his corner, just fucking, and just ratting in a corner. No, every other meta that isn't the Seer meta, it's Stormpoint, obviously.
Okay, perfect. Which one is your favorite comp map? I think the answer everyone would be the same, but Nocturnal?
Stormpoint.
Draven?
Yeah, Stormpoint.
Sinetic?
Stormpoint.
I mean, I expected this answer from everyone. Which LAN was your favorite LAN? Either based on a personal experience. Which LAN is your favorite LAN? Overall, not only based on results maybe, but even overall atmosphere you've been through. Anything. Nocturnal.
Mine's Sweden. We got second overall, and it was like the first land back from the COVID era. Also, there was no like crowd or anything like that. It was literally just friends, players, staff, and all people that we all knew each other. And like the after party of Sweden too, it was fucking amazing and easily just like one of the most fun I've ever had in a LAN, easily.
Okay, Raven, yours?
I mean, it's gotta be split one playoffs year 3, because I mean, I went in there with the biggest ego in the fucking world. You have no idea, like, holy shit! Every time I got interviewed, I was like, "Yeah, we're winning the whole thing. This shit's easy." Like, so, and then we won. So, you know what I mean? Like,
getting the ego and then even getting rewarded winning it. So, yep.
It was like a win-win for me because I feel like the expectation, like people didn't know me and I didn't have like a big resume, so the expectations on me weren't like very like high in that sense. So I was just like saying whatever, you know what I mean? Like I was just cocky. I don't know. It was just fun. Like
cool. Okay, Sinetic. Yours.
EWC for sure. I mean, I haven't played that many LANs down, but EWC was like from split 1 and split 2, it was definitely the best.
Yeah, I think
easy answer.
I was gonna say the quality of life EWC was just fucking amazing. Like literally.
Yeah, no, going to Mannheim, it was like
the only my personal things is like about AWC is I don't care about the quality of the life, the hotel or the food. Like it's fine. I love the way that people were so close to each other, especially in the player lounge, that you have it in the hotel where people are just going around. You just sit together, talk together, sit with everyone. I have seen Raven in EWC more than I saw him in all the lands I've been to and visited. Like in EWC, just in one day, I just like met him in a lounge in a break at the restaurants having breakfast or at the lounge or in the player lounge, or like it just the connection between the players becomes amazing when you do something like this. Like it's just something also incredible.
We had a boot camp too. Like we literally had access to PCs the whole time throughout the whole LAN, and we have never had that for ALGS. Just gonna say that we've never had that for ALGS in 5 years.
True.
So.
True.
EWC just knocked it out of the park too.
I would take from EWC if there is definitely there is a money difference. There is things, but if they ask me get something one only from EWC, put it in. I'm not gonna go for the bootcamp for sure, but please give us something same as the quality of life we had during the hotel. Not the same 5 stars hotel, but like player lounge where everyone is. Give us a breakfast and so on where we can gather all of us in the restaurants of this. Pay it for the players, lunch, dinner, pay it for the players, and that's it. That would be the best changes will be because people are meeting therein. That's what I wanted to see.
Yeah, definitely. Just making sure it's like easy for the players, like so players don't have to like fucking wander around. Like you're getting like led to the places that you need to be in instead of being like, oh yeah, now you need to be there at this time. Do yourself. Good luck. Have fun.
I would say something that the only thing I did not like about EWC is that we don't have in the production, we don't have the players POVs. That's the only thing that was missing from EWC overall. If we had it, I think it would have been million out of 10. Now it still is a great land for you as a player, but like the player POV for the viewers would have been a perfect things that it needed to be. I don't like the heat there a little bit and the AC because I don't like AC. I don't like the heat. In Germany we don't have ACs. I don't know in the US maybe some of you are used to the ACs because it depends on where you live. But in Germany we don't have ACs. I was every single day thinking, okay, I'm getting sick because of the AC because I'm not used to it. I'm not used to only breathe through AC every single time in hotel and room and so on. But apart from that, I think everything is perfect.
Bro, here in America, we're not used to breathing normal air.
Like in Germany.
We were just there. I was sweating way too much in Germany. Fuck that.
Yeah, she was gross. How do you guys live like that?
Bro, I mean, I gotta open the door, bro. Like, that's all you can do.
I can't describe, but when we played 12 games on the second stage of like what was it, day 2 of Germany, we played 12 games or 6 games back to back. Dude, I stood up and I nearly just like fell over. That's how disgusted I felt. Just like it was bad. It was really bad.
Amazing. We start now with the fun part called rapid fire. It means
Oh god.
I will give you a word. It can be a weapon, it can be a person, it can be a name, it can be a legend, anything. Give me the first thing that comes into your mind. We'll have 5 seconds. We start with one word and it's called crypto.
Imperial Hall.
Noob character.
For sure, for sure.
Okay, but the Imperial Hall one is like crazy. Holy fuck.
That's insane. That's a crazy comment.
I did not expect anyone to say Imperial Hall for a crypto. I did not
Bro,
expect this is crazy.
I was fast as well. Fucking hell.
I mean, you can't just say crypto, and you just can't imagine that fucker in Fragment West just absolutely lost off his ass with fucking crypto.
That was amazing. That was
Oh
amazing.
my god.
Good. We go next word and it's contest.
TSM?
Cringe.
E6.
Can I tell you something? I expected the answer of Raven before it started.
Really?
I swear.
I hate contest.
I swear I expected the exact same word coming from Raven. I did not expect your both answers, but I expected from Raven it's a cringe. He will say, I was like telling myself, Raven will say cringe. This
Wait,
exact word.
why?
Because I know how you think. I'm not gonna lie, I know how you think. I expected
Damn, he's
in my
in
head.
your head. He's in your
Holy
head,
shit.
rent free.
He knows me better than I know myself. Holy fuck.
only for this I said like he will say cringe.
Bro, I was talking about the POI draft system like in my streams like for like a while. I'm not the only one that it's not an original thought, but like I was like asking Respawn for it. I was like, can you guys introduce this shit already? Like I'm tired of contesting. It was actually the most stressful part of my job. I'll just say that outright.
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah,
After
contesting.
fact, worst part of my job.
I love type of contest myself because there is some stuff you can work on for the contest, but like yeah, cringe. It is cringe. It's even if you win and you know that you will win the contest, is after contest is what annoying. It's not like the now I think with how the meta is, I think contest is not like horrible because you can play your game afterwards because you can play Edge, get Evos, blah blah blah, work on that. You can play your game afterwards, but like still bad. I don't like it. And we go for Akimbo Mozam.
Fuck.
Annoying.
Busted.
I just, dude, I just hear Mosems, and I'm like, I'm in that radius. I'm just fucking dead, man. I'm just dead. Like it's just fuck. That's all I can think. I'm like here trying to use my flatline and trying to like crouch and spam, and it's just like, okay, Mosem, up, dead.
Yeah.
Like, all right, good.
Yep. Next word, Don.
You got Chad.
Boss man.
Beautiful.
Don, when you watch it later, you hear it. Okay, I know you are not here because of the time, but yeah, you are crazy.
My home slice.
Yeah, I love.
Beef me right there.
Should be a LM, bro.
Storm Point.
Amazing.
Beautiful.
Best map.
Okay.
I wanted to say green, but it's not green. It's just so colored at this point. I don't know why. My literal first thing was green, but I was like, also, it's like, is it really just green? You know, but yeah.
I should have said relaxing. It's like calming.
It really is relaxing. It's got nice colors.
You're just on the beach, you know.
Not getting mauled by prowlers anymore. You know.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, it reminds me of The Incredibles, like the island on The Incredibles. You know how it's like
Oh,
yeah.
Oh my god.
this
Wait, that's
unassuming
so good.
island, right? And then there's like some nefarious shit going on there.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Nah, that has just bring back so much nostalgia. Holy fuck, what the fuck?
Right.
Fucking no, that actually no, that's so good.
And Command Center, like what's going on in Command Center?
Yeah.
Stays in command center. What goes in command center stays in
Yeah.
command center.
Exactly.
Good. Okay. Next word is EWC.
Amazing.
Moolah.
I was gonna say hospitality, but Jesus Christ, like, fucking moolah.
I'm just thinking about all the money.
I mean, you're not wrong, dude. You walk through like literal Hollywood to play fucking video games. It's like what the fuck am I doing here?
Yeah,
you know?
but they were treating me like
Yeah.
royalty. There was a barber in the hotel, like a sauna. I could have gotten a massage. They fed me like a king. Like shit.
I think people don't know even about the barber. The EWC before the media days offered for other players there is a barber in the hotel. Just go and get the cut you like and so on. Just like everything. Just go. This is like
Yeah.
that level was it.
He did me good.
You said
In the price pool, obviously. but
okay.
yeah.
You wanted to say the hospitality, but what else would you go? Or still hospitality?
I'm fine with hospitality. Yeah. I mean, I think like they like people were had their qualms about being in Saudi and stuff like that, but like, dude, realistically, I had zero issues with any people. Like, it was nothing but smiles, nothing but good vibes, and honestly, that's just really it. Like, it felt hospitable and it was really nice.
Amazing. Next word, Bangalore.
Sweet Dreams. I don't know why it's just what I thought of, but yeah.
What?
Perfect.
Yeah, best character.
Okay. Yeah, why didn't you say 0? I expected you to say 0. I don't know Sinetic. I don't know my son.
Well,
Whoa, he's calling you out as a zero fanboy.
I the same I said for Raven. Raven will answer cringe for the contest. I said Sinetic will answer 0. I did not say. My God, I don't know my son. I know Raven more. Oh my God.
Crazy.
Okay. Next one. And the word is Emiya.
First thing that came to mind, dog shit, but I don't think that's true. Maybe. I hope.
No, it's not.
Well, actually, no, it actually, I don't know. It's the second best region. All good, bro. It is dog shit, though. It is dog shit. It is dog shit.
Second best. Raven?
Crypto.
noobs.
Yeah.
Dog shit crypto noobs. I mean, perfect.
Yeah,
That makes actually kind of a chain. Dog shit, crypto noobs.
Yeah,
Actually, that's a
exactly.
sentence even.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Next one will go for things, and I'm guessing the answer of Nocturnal, but maybe not. Imperial Hall.
Beautiful.
This is. I swear I'm not glazing. Okay, it's just the
He's
first word that
glazing.
came in my mouth. Warrior.
Nah.
Warrior? You said
No,
warrior?
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I can't.
Oh
it just
my
came to my
God.
mind. Anyways, Snack, take the floor.
You seen that, man?
Philip Dawson, bro.
Chat, can we get one what the fuck? Because that was too much. Please?
He said warrior for Bill Hal.
What?
Okay, he never gives up. You know what I mean?
Nah. Yeah, Imperial Hal throw, bro. Like,
What?
Warrior, yeah.
Warrior? You say
Yeah.
Warrior 2, Sinetic?
No, I say Imperial Hal throw.
Bro,
Okay, Sinetic, what
how
did
dare
you
you say that
bro?
about my
Okay.
warrior?
No.
Good. And the last word with our rapid fire today is Watson.
I don't know, pacifist?
Raven?
Control.
I think of fun, honestly. Every time I see Watson, I think of fun, and fun just like straight lining into teams with Watson and just killing everyone. That's what I think of immediately.
Nice. Cool. Love it. Love it. So we will do something called blind tier list. The blind tier list is, I'm sorry that I'm gonna be blocking your faces, but I'm gonna make Raven here, then Nocturnal here, and then Sinetic here. Okay? And then what we will do, this is the rank. I will throw on you 5 names and then blindly, not in a sequence. And then there is a sequence 1, 2, 3. There is a correct answer to that, but you don't know it because if I tell you the exact things, you will figure it out. You don't know what's the next legend coming, so you have to guess and think about. But based from our last LAN, pick rate last LAN for legends. This is which legend had the highest grades gonna be on 1 and first, and the second and so on, the lowest grades on 5th. I'm gonna give you a legend name. You need to try to put it correctly in its rank. You don't know what's coming after. For example, Bangalore. Bangalore is automatically, it's a Bangir, right? Because that's the highest pick rate. But you don't know if I'm gonna ask you Bangalore now, or next one, or third one, or fourth. So you have no idea if she's coming. I want you to guess based on that, and whoever gets the closest to the reality gonna win in that. Okay?
This is all of LAN or just finals?
Only from LAN, overall LAN.
Okay, the whole thing. Okay.
He's tapping out right now.
Yep. And we start with Watson. Nocturnal, where do you want to put it? You want to go 3 Sinetic? Okay.
I'll go 3. I'll go 3 also.
Okay.
I was also gonna do 3.
Okay, that's Watson. I'm putting it like Watson. Okay. Fuse.
5.
I was also gonna do 5. I swear. I
swear
already had it in my head. I swear I already had it in my head.
Nocturnal.
I'll blind. I'll go 4.
Okay. Good. And we go for crypto.
2.
Yeah, it has to be 2.
I'm fine with 2.
Are you fine with 2 as well? Good. Now comes Newcastle.
4.
Shit.
Wait, it has to be one of these 5.
It's gotta be 5 for me.
We're gonna be one of those two times now. One of the 2 because you don't know what's coming after.
Okay, right, Forest. Wait. Oh. Wait, so you might not even ask about Bangalore.
No, he won't.
He's not. You're not.
He's not.
Okay, I won't. Okay, I have to put it as 4. I have to.
You have to put 5 for me.
I got you.
Crypto would have been 1 then.
No, you got us because Newcastle was played less than Fuse. I'm pretty sure. I think. Maybe I'm wrong.
No.
No.
Okay.
I think more.
More.
Okay. Newcastle for you, Raven, it's automatically going to 4 because you're not gonna get first. You cannot go back. It's a blind. It's a blind. You cannot go back and say I'm gonna move it.
Yeah.
So you are going Newcastle. And the last one gonna be for you, all of you, which is Revenant. Top 1.
You're such a fucking Richter, you. Okay.
Oh
Well.
my god, that's actually, I think every single one
Oh
of you.
my god.
Every single one of
This
you.
motherfucker.
Chat, give them a 7, please. I got Give them all 7. They got it.
I didn't think it was gonna be Bangler. I thought it was gonna be Pathfinder. I thought it was gonna be Pathfinder.
I was waiting for Pathfinder too.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Right, who's the closest?
So the
I think it was you
closest
guys.
is crypto is number 1, so you are not getting crypto.
Cool, great.
Then because that's the highest, then you have
All of them are gonna be wrong.
Watson.
Then.
We're all wrong.
Then Watson is above Newcastle, so it's number 2, and all of you are not. Then you have Revenant, all of you are wrong because he's the last one. Then you have a Newcastle in number 3.
Third.
Do anyone has a Newcastle number 3? Nope.
Dude, we fucking.
Yeah, so I was literally one. Yeah, no, but
But I think Nocturnal won.
Wait.
Because
Why?
Because if Fuse is number 4. And
Revenant
Revenant is the last, number 5.
Great.
Nocturnal won with 1 guess.
Awesome. Love that.
Yeah, he deserves some
Holy shit. Okay, but the order though, like technically the order, Sinetic and I, like
The order should have been Crypto, Watson, Newcastle, Fuse, and Revenant. Crypto has 71 point something %. Watson had a 50 point something %. And Newcastle had 38 point something. And Diffuse 13.9 and Revenant 1.8. So that's exactly what was the pick rate of that.
It's the easiest victory of my life.
Was actually fun. Was fun.
I was so expecting Pathfinder, not Revenant. Like Pathfinder, I was so expecting it. That's what I was expecting.
Pathfinder, if I put it, it will be after Newcastle, before Fuse.
Really? Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought it would have been first.
It's around 19%.
Oh, okay.
In the whole LAN. Amazing. We will end up with one last topic before ending the whole podcast. And what type of advice, as you are as a pro, because all of you are pros that they are already in the scene for long, they achieved so much. But what advice would you give for any individual players that they are trying to make it in Apex? Either they are a high CC team or actually a really low PL team that just made it into PL. Players and teams overall. What kind of advice would you give to those people? Nocturnal.
Make sure you have a backup plan. Don't give your everything to Apex, because simply put, it is like quite literally too late to, you know, earn a lifetime of salary or whatever you have or a lifetime job. Seriously, have a backup plan. Don't give your all. Don't sacrifice everything. Like, this is not the esport to do it. Be realistic with yourself, genuinely.
Amazing. Raven?
my advice to up and comers, truthfully, join my Discord, sub to my channel on Twitch. My DMs are open for public coaching.
Sub to privacy as well.
Yeah, same time. That's secondary though. That's secondary. Okay. Oh, hi. Okay, no, for real advice, I would say one, there's so much, but I would say the main thing is just be disciplined. Like, actually have some fucking discipline in what you do if you actually want to make it. So that means just doing shit when you don't want to do it. Like VOD view, even though you don't want to VOD view, aim train, even though you don't want to aim train, all that shit. Like set some rules and standards for yourself and just stick to it. And yeah, I think the biggest thing is discipline. Plus, you need to really want it. So you put you invest your time in effectively. Just don't go to play scrims just to play scrim and say, I'm playing scrims every day. Nothing is changing. Play scrims to improve. Really want it. Grind your aim, grind your stuff, VOD reviews, and be effective in your stuff. Don't make a quantity only for stupidness, but make it really with a quality as well. Understand what you are looking for. That's what, for example, Atinum was doing when he was grinding, and that's why Atinum now made the finals in the last time. That's what Sinetic was doing the things, and now look at where Sinetic is. People say grind your life away, but grind your life away smartly. Like, bro, anything more than 8 hours a day, you're just doing way too fucking much at that point. Like, just make sure you're using your time wisely and if you're gonna spend your time doing your 110, 150, 200%, give it your fucking all if you're gonna do it. Sinetic, now it's yours because I think you might give a better, I'm looking at every single I'm looking at every single fucking tier 2 French player in EU, especially on this one. I'm looking at you. Please just copy the pro teams. Like, fuck playing this rev bullshit. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Just copy a pro team, do what they do, and just try and copy. Like, that's literally how you improve. The easiest, the fastest, especially when you're just starting out. Like, why would you just go into a game, not watch a single VOD of anyone else, go into a game, play, I want to play the rev conduit, and then think, I'm going to be a pro player someday. Please. Just copy the pro teams. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Flizzon. Flizzon is talking to you. All the other French tier 2 players. Please. What you got against the French, buddy? Bro, oh my. No, it's just like kind of off meta playing some. No, it's called the French comp for a reason. Every single French team is playing Rev. I don't know, Rev. What they played Rev Crypto Pathfinder like 2 years ago even. Like they played the same comp for so long.
Like, I beg to just get good at the things that pros are doing. Copy what they do. See what they do. Like, just copy. Like, I mean, that's what I did. Like, I just copied everyone as long as I could. I mean, now it's like kind of hard. I mean, I still do it. I still copy all the good teams. Like, that's like the easiest way to improve. Like, if you don't copy, you're gonna be going in the wrong direction for so long until you realize you're like, oh, now I can't win against these people anymore. You go from tier 2 CC Pro League qualifiers, go to Pro League, you get absolutely fucking shit on because you don't know what the fuck you're doing. That didn't happen to me. I played the same way the whole time. From CC, I went into Pro League, got top 4, went to LAN, did down, next Pro League, got top 2. Like, just copy. That's literally the easiest way.
Yeah.
I mean, copying what he says is stop trying to be actually playing off meta. Try to play your stuff without even understanding what's happening around you, because you definitely don't have a better understanding than the most of the teams that they are already established and they are thinking and they're brainstorming all the time. One, don't do for whatever, because then you will not learn. Go when he spoke about copying that everybody is doing from the newcomers from CC. Watch votes from those teams, see what are good plays they are doing, copy it, try to make it, and try to be creative to add your own touch into the game. But do not just be blind and says, I want to play something off meta. I was running down the CC lobbies, I will run down the PL lobbies. No, you will not. No, you will not.
I think that speaks to two broader like issues or topics. One is dropping your ego. If you're a newbie, you're a CC player, you're not Jesus, okay? Like, just settle down. You're not going to just like run over lobbies until the end of time. And then the second part is like, and this is a concept that you learn actually in pretty much every field, like art, even science, anything, is that you have to understand the basics before you can like reimagine how to do something. Like, if you're an artist, you should learn the basics, the fundamentals, and then you can get creative, because at least you have like the fundamentals down. So like, understand the fundamentals first before, if you want to learn how to play the game better than the pros, you have to understand what they're doing in the first place, and then that'll tell you how to beat them. So you should learn how they play first. Yeah.
Nice. Love it. Oh my god. We made a marathon podcast because I had a lot of topics and I wanted to be fast and fast. It took 2.5 hours, but we are finished. We already arrived to the end of it and we are actually completely finished.
I feel like we barely scratched Rostermania though.
I stretched?
You barely scratched the surface on that one.
Yeah, because I wanted, actually I was worried about the timings. This is the only thing. I didn't want to be, especially because of your timings, I didn't want really to put you into under pressure of times and then you don't have the time to continue. That's why I was like, okay, the Rostermania, just be fast on it. And then I have another ones, which is the comp maps, the comp discussions, BLGS, metas. This is where people are coming. But Rostermania, did we want to speak something about on it? Add anyone?
I don't know. Dropped was talking a lot in chat earlier, Raven. You wanna, do we talk about that or what?
Raven doesn't know.
I didn't see anything.
You didn't see anything?
Missed it. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I'll add on to it. Privacy will not be the same roster for champs.
For you guys.
For us.
Oh my gosh.
He dropped it here, chat. He needs one. What the fuck for sure? What the fuck?
Oh my.
What?
What are you cooking over there, Nocturnal?
What is that?
You already know, buddy. He's playing innocent.
Do I?
Yeah.
I actually don't. I'm like, what are you talking about? You think I talk to people? Nah, bro. I'm antisocial. I don't know.
There's only reason Dropped is saying what he was saying before. It's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Me putting 2 to 2 together. Okay. It's making sense now. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you can put 2 and 2 together, you know the answer. Congratulations.
I got it now. Got it.
Chat is pretty easy. Pretty easy if you're a little bit user brain. I'm not gonna tell you. Good. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm waiting for people to guess this one. If you are now watching the votes again, guess what he meant. If you are watching the YouTube video now, which will be the podcast on YouTube, then try to guess it as well. What did he mean? I think we are done, right? We are done. We are finished for today. Thank you everyone actually for being here. It was like amazing. Thank you Noc for finding the time and dropping it in. Thank you Raven as well for being always like Friday or Thursday and he tells me doesn't matter, both of them we can make it. Thank you for that. Thank you as well Sinetic for last time minute. And by the way, I'm telling you something. Sinetic bought a cam today for me. He had no cam. Yesterday I told him, he said I have no cam. Find a solution. I don't give a fuck. Find a solution.
Yeah, the guy was like, Yeah, I was like, bro, what? I have to get a camera for tomorrow.
He said find a fucking solution is crazy. That is actually insane.
This is actually when you talk to your
Oh,
son, you know,
fuck.
you talk to your son and tell him tomorrow you are on the podcast. He says, okay, I don't have a cam. He said like, I don't care. Find a solution.
I don't fucking care. Not even be like, yo, I'll help you. Just like, nah, get that shit now.
and he looked like, okay, is the podcast early or late? I said, no, the podcast is a little bit late, like 7 p.m. in our time. He was like, okay, I will try to make it. I will try to make it. And he did it. He did it. And now look, he had the cam. So thank you, really, Sinetic, for this. Really appreciate it as well. And thank you all of you for being here. Really love this type of this podcast with all of you, is hearing every insight of you and having some laughs as well in the personal answers. What the fuck, this answer about crypto, Imperial Hall, Nocturnal, not real.
I mean, listen, it's rent free in my head. There's the General video where he's like plays back at like the worst character combination to pro player, and it's just Hal and crypto, and that's like honestly the truth. It's beautiful.
Glad that's the one you remembered. You know.
Yeah.
And not any others, that's for sure.
I mean, it was like worst to content. Like, dude, the scale was there. It was fucking beautiful.
Oh, I was talking to privacy about like that section of that. Project.
Oh, yeah.
Love it. So, I think do you suggest anything changing on the podcast for the future ones? Any recommendations?
I think this was perfect. Like, I had no issues. Like, it's just super clear and concise. It was a good time. So I don't think I wouldn't change anything personally.
Yes, love it. Raven?
No, I wouldn't change anything. That was fun.
Sinetic? Don't force people to get the cams. This is one of the things I have to change, right? Don't force people to get cams. I mean, I love.
Yeah, give more like time than one day or 16 hours.
To be fair, I ruined that. That's my fault.
It's like
because a warning about a day early would be nice.
I wanted to get Nocturnal in, and this is the exact day, and actually even the exact hours he can fit in. Otherwise, you're just traveling right now or going somewhere.
I'm literally leaving in 3 hours for TwitchCon, so like I was either today or nothing. So you can blame me for that one, not him.
And I want really everyone with a face cam, because I want to talk with someone and to see the reactions and some answers and so on. Because sometimes when you don't have a cam, it loses half of its actually value, the answer, when you speak it. I want the cam to get these reactions. Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Appreciate it so much. And yeah, I think that's it. Have a nice day.
Great. Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Farewell.
Bye-bye.
What?